I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you, South Africa. It's a beautiful Friday morning. It is the 19th of March. Welcome to it. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to start off your morning and your weekend with us right here.
Elbow. Well done. You've survived it. Our first week in social isolation.
Yes.
Some in self-quarantine. Well done for towing the president's line. Well done for embracing everything that we've needed to do, for spreading that message. We are so proud of you, South Africa. We've tried to play our parts, and I think we are really proud of our efforts in leading the charge with the right kind of information. It's about being empowered with the right kind of tools, and so far you guys have been amazing. So thank you so much for staying connected with us, helping feed our content throughout this week. We really are proud of you as a nation, but let's keep it up. We've only just begun, but we really can do it. It's going to be such an exciting show today.
Yes.
There are so many reasons.
Yes.
So many reasons.
So many.
Of course, Suzuki have dropped a little bomb in the studio. We're going to be introducing you to a brand new model, and I stress model. Oh, she's so fun. It's looking amazing. Apparently, because I haven't seen it, we're going to reveal something extra special, or at least Uncle Tubbsy has got something quite special under the hood, under that beautiful red bow. So we'll give you all of those details. Maybe by now you have guessed the name, but first up, we're going to do something almost unprecedented. We have discovered another nugget of gold in this gold mine of a show. Time to introduce you to the latest hit maker, and we discovered it right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kanyisa. Feeling good.
Hey. Wake up in the morning and feel good. It's Expresso. Wake up in the morning just to switch up your tempo. Feeling good from the get-go. Feeling good from the get-go. Start your day with the let-go. You can start your day yelling so good. With Katleko. See, we stay afloat. We never hit the ground. That's why we're flawless. And when we fall, we in the state that you would say after August. And people fishing for a hit. Well, I got you hook, line, and sinker without a chorus. Now let me keep it honest. We the people to get you, get up and dance. We'll keep you engaged. Just give my bestie Tubbsy a chance. He'll leave you amazed. Just to get out of the devil's plans, it's been like a maze. Now we're just working out on a brand to leave it engraved. Kusha and Graham took a stand and have taken the stage. And Jamie snatched the body back in just like 90 days. Silence on set. 3, 2, 1, the best TV show's about to be displayed. I feel
Good today. Wake up in the morning on Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show. Good today. Wake up in the morning on Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my TV show. All my people know about it. That's just something you should know. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my
feel good breakfast show.
Wake up in the morning and I tune into my TV show. All my people know about it. That's just something you should know. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my feel good breakfast show.
I'm married to the game, I got it in a turban. Honey to Miss Bali, we're booking our flights for Durban. I'm preaching on these people when I hit the sermon. I repeat it, I say it twice, cause I don't think they heard me. But how? A black Bavarian man, I'm speaking German. Got the game on my shoulders, I carry it like a burden. All my haters in hiding, they living beneath the surface. I'm waiting on these people, Kanyisa is at your service. Ghost writing for these people, but first I gotta interpret. You need a loan or mortgage to purchase one of my verses. Form a paper together, my checks are written in cursive. Rappers that I could kill with just ordering too many hearses. First place, always winning, never coming second. My lines will take yourself to work, it's like I spit a reference. My lines are touching young kids, it's like I spit a reference. I drop bars like I spit a sentence. I can tell you this is positive. They fear you when you're confident. All of these people funny, it's funny. They missing comments. His father ain't feed me anything. You fed me damn promises. Busy flaunting seeds, I got siblings in different provinces. Work harder, pray harder. Secret is not synonymous. Me and Jacob Zuma are similar, quite synonymous. If my bars go public, I'll mess up the whole economy. I'm kind of like Obama. All my people are proud of me. I feel good
today. Wake up in the morning with espresso. I feel good today. And it's my feel good breakfast show. Good today. Wake up in the morning on espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my TV show. All my people know about it. That's just something you should know. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my feel good breakfast show. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my TV show. All my people know about it. That's just something you should know. Wake up in the morning and I tune into my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, everybody. It's your feel good breakfast show.
I challenge you not to feel good this morning. Thank you so much, Kanice. We've got to feel he's one of our own. Absolutely amazing way to kickstart our day, and he'll be back with another performance, so stick around. But let's officially set sail now, getting into our national headlines. During a question and answer session with doctors in Pretoria yesterday, Minister of Health Zweli Mkhize told them that 60 to 70% of South Africans are likely to contract the virus, though hopefully over a more extended period of time than would have happened if containment measures were not in place. This echoed statistics commonly expressed globally, including by German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Mkhize also repeated that the statistic, only about 20% of these cases would be serious enough to require treatment. COVID-19 infections in the country now stand currently at 150. On the economic front, the South African Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee yesterday cut the repo rate by 1 percentage point from 6.25% to 5.25%. A rate cut could hurt the rand, lower interest dents its investment appeal, but SARB Governor Lesetja Kganyago said the steep cuts in interest rate cuts in other economies have created space for the bank to address the rapidly deteriorating state of the South African economy. And most economists have welcomed the Reserve Bank's decision to cut the repo rate by a full percentage point. Further afield on the international front, Africa has been warned it must wake up to the coronavirus threat and prepare for the worst. The head of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, has said this. He added that the continent should learn from how the spread of the virus has sped up elsewhere, and warned that while Africa's confirmed cases were currently low, around 640, there was no reason for complacency. Health experts warn that strained public health systems in Africa could become rapidly overwhelmed if the virus takes hold, especially in overcrowded urban areas. Then German police have raided premises nationwide linked to an anti-Semitic far-right movement called Reichsbürger. Neo-Nazi propaganda and firearms were seized in the raids in 10 of Germany's 16 states. The targeted group, United German Peoples and Tribes, is part of Reichsbürger, whose members reject the German state as a legal entity. Last month, the gunmen linked by authorities to the far-right conspiracy theories murdered 9 people of foreign heritage in the town of Hanau. And now news of Mother Nature taking a short breath of very fresh air. As countries and their governments are increasingly urging their populations to self-isolate and stop all non-essential travel abroad because of COVID-19, tourist hotspots such as Venice are seeing hardly any visitors. And so Venice's canals are presently the We apologize for those technical difficulties. Let's wrap up our news headlines and delve into our sporting headlines. And we start with golf. The PGA Tour announced that South African golfer Victor Lange has tested positive for the coronavirus. The 26-year-old golfer competed in the Estrella del Mar Open in Mexico, but returned to South Africa on Sunday and tested positive on Tuesday. The statement from the PGA Tour added that Lange had no symptoms and is expected to make a full recovery after a period in quarantine at his home in Gauteng. Premier Soccer League Chairman Dr. Irvin Khoza, along with the PSL Board of Conveners, which includes all 32 clubs, yesterday announced that the PSL will remain suspended due to fears of the spread of the coronavirus. The PSL added that it will try and finish the 2019-2020 season by the 30th of June this year, but no new date has yet been set for the resumption of the fixtures themselves. Further afield, all English football will be suspended until the end of April due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This includes all matches in the biggest football league in the world, obviously the English Premier League. Liverpool currently sits at the top of the table on 82 points, with the defending champions Man City in second on 57 points. The Premier League and the other English leagues will still hope to finish the season, want to avoid accepting the current standings as final. Then on to motorsport, the 7th stop on the Formula One calendar, the Monaco Grand Prix.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. It's so good to be here. It's Friday. Woo, woo! Now, yesterday we had Danielle Wheatley here in studio to talk about the wide variety of foundations and primers that Woolworths has available. The masterclass also touched on the different formulas and shades that's available in the W Beauty collection. Now, as you know, we love hearing what our viewers think and what they are doing at home to achieve that flawless finish. The next message came in from Josephine Pickstone, and she says, I always moisturize my skin and add a bit of concealer under the eye and a touch of powder, eyeliner, eyeshadow, mascara, and a bright red lipstick. Flawless all day. Hashtag Expresso Show SABC3. A kissy face. That's basically my look this morning, right, Bernice? Now, you know, when we are here, we always give you guys the top tips to elevate not only your style, but also your makeup looks. Okay, Bernice, earlier on, we used the Chestnut W Beauty.
Yes. So we used the oil control foundation today. And it's actually great for, okay, I know we're not in summer anymore, we're going into the new season, but it's still nice for warmer days. So you tend to be more shiny when it comes to warmer days. And if you have a oily skin already, this is actually really nice. So, it's oil absorbing, it's medium coverage, so it's buildable. And also it leaves a matte finish, but it doesn't dry out your skin. So it's got like nice and nourishing ingredients in there that keeps your skin moisturized throughout the day.
I absolutely love it. Although we are going into, you know, autumn, winter season, we are in studio for 3 hours every single day with hectic lighting, and it gets a little bit, you know, warm. So we do need this kind of oil control foundation, which I absolutely enjoy. Especially if it's buildable, you know, a lot of people like light coverage, and if you like me, like a more full coverage, you can build on it, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Bernice, for touching me up, girl, so that I could slay my Friday. Now, achieve your flawless finish with foundations from Woolworths. They also have an exclusive promotion, listen to this, of 20% off foundation and primers for all their W Rewards members. And you can get an extra 5% off when you pay with your Woolies card. So up to 25% basically. Now, what are you waiting for? Shop these foundations and primers at Woolworths, in-store, online, or on the Woolies app.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Yes, as we start off this Friday morning, it's time for us to wish you a happy birthday. Albert, greetings to you. Albert, greetings to you. It is your special day today as we celebrate you. And of course, you're celebrating with somebody very, very special. Someone who goes by the name Ruby Rose. And her full name, Ruby Rose Langenheim. She's an Australian actress, recording artist, model, boxer, and she turns 34 years old today. There you see her. Now, at the age of 12, Ruby came out as lesbian, but the backlash that she received from her peers led her to depression and in fact, also attempted suicide. But after all of that, she now lives an active lifestyle, bringing awareness and some light to LGBTQ communities and, of course, the global community as well. And Ruby was also chosen as one of the 25 most influential gay and lesbian Australians by Same, an Australian online gay and lesbian community. So, wow, she's achieved quite a great deal, Mike, and she's still doing it.
A trailblazer of note, Ruby Rose. Happy birthday. Now, we've asked you guys to send in your WhatsApp videos to us, 10 to 15 seconds, but we haven't seen videos this week much, really, and that's why Cole Peters decided he's going to celebrate his birthday today, and Michelle's going to send a 30-second long video. It's going to be a beautiful one.
I'm ready.
Trust me, take a look at this one. Happy birthday. I was waiting for how old are you now?
Yeah.
I really was convinced that that was coming up.
I'm glad they sang it twice, because that was the amount of time that you would have needed to wash your hands.
Absolutely. So
that was brilliant.
Maybe
Well done.
download that and then play it every single time you have to wash your hands. Happy birthday, Cole Peters, and thank you so much, Mish, for sending that through to us. Of course, it's also Colby's birthday today. Happy 7th birthday to Colby Okase. Colby Okase, stay as cute as you are and always brighten our days. Mummy and Daddy love you so much. Happy birthday.
Beautiful stuff. Then a message that reads, I wish Piwa D a wonderful 8th birthday. There she is. May your day be as beautiful, incredible, and unique as you are. Happy birthday, daughter. I love you. From PP. Was it Fifi? Fifi? Like Refilwe?
Yeah.
PLO,
Pilisiwe,
something like that, then also Ntando and Pindi share this special day, both born today. Happy birthday to you. May the Lord bless you with many more years to come. We love you.
Ah, that is so cute. I wonder if it's a mom and daughter duo. That is the cutest thing. Beautiful. And then Khadija has a birthday today. It says, I wish Khadija Hamid a happy birthday. May Allah grant you many more years. Stay the sweet girl you are. From Khadija Phillips in Burkap. Happy birthday. And then Ria Mokhetsi, it's your birthday today, and the message reads, I want to wish my little princess, Ria Mokhetsi, more happy things on her special day. Happy 6th birthday, Angel. Mommy loves you, Ria Mokhetsi.
So likely a big year for her going to school for the first time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And also, I'd like to wish my daughter, Annabella Valentine, a sweet birthday. We will always you, I'm assuming,
we will always love you.
Yeah? This is from Mommy Ashley and Father Gardel and brothers Kiran, Xavier, and Jamal. Then also happy birthday to Zayan. May the Lord bless and keep you safe for many more years. This is with love from Granny Pearl. Happy birthday to you then.
A bunch of of really beautiful birthdays. Thank you so much for sending those through to us. Of course, we are still asking you to send in those WhatsApp messages if you know someone celebrating their birthday, you want to show them some love on the television. Send us a 10 to 15 or even 20-second video at a stretch. 071-640-6551. That's the number. Of course, you can still email us as well. birthdays@kadova.tv. And if it's your birthday on this today, from us to you, happy birthday.
Okay, sweetie, time to blow out your candles.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
Oh, everyone knows that I love my gogo so dearly. Ma, ke ho rata too much. We chat every single day, and after receiving one too many pixelated photos from my grandmother, I knew it was time to upgrade Granny to get her a brand new phone. And after being introduced to the world of second-hand shopping, I knew that there was only one place to go. Take a look at this. Last week, I visited a cash converter store for the very first time, and I have to tell you this, they have changed the way that I see second-hand shopping. They have everything from kitchen appliances, cell phones, musical equipment, sporting equipment, and a whole lot more at such great prices. And that's why I'm back here today to do some more shopping for my grandmother. My grandmother basically raised me. I love her to bits. We stay in touch every single day. So today, I've come to buy her a cell phone. Let's see what they've got.
Welcome to Cash Converters. My name is Leah. How can I help you today?
Leah, my name is Tabiso. Yes, I need your help, please. My grandmother. I love her to bits, okay? But her phone, it's outdated. When she sends me pictures, they're pixelated. They're really bad pictures. So I need to get her something fresher, more current, but that's not going to break the bank. Can you help me?
Do you have a specific brand that you're looking for?
Well, Leah, everyone knows I'm Team Samsung, so I'd like to keep it that way if we can.
Okay. We have a Samsung Note 5. It's in a working condition. It has no scratches, and it's going for 2,999.
Wow, okay, so that's a really nice deal, but has the previous owner removed all their contacts, all their photos out of that phone?
Yes, of course. We actually make sure we delete all the information of the previous owner. We test the products before we bring them in our flow.
Oh, so cool. Does it come with cables, headsets, chargers, the works?
Some do come with boxes, with cables, with chargers as well.
Oh, fantastic. But you know what? I think, Leah, this one might be a bit too big for my granny. She's got small hands. What else have you got for me?
Well, we have a Samsung A5. It's a 2017 model, and it's going for 1,999.
And I love it. It's slick, it's pretty, it's the right size. Can we have a look at it?
Yes, of course.
Yay.
Culinary.
Ooh, yes, that's the one. That is the one, Leah.
It's a Samsung A5, 2017 model. We test all our phones before we put them in the retail floor. So this is tested and it's in a working condition.
Ooh, okay, I'm really excited about the camera because Gogo's bad pictures must fall.
Okay. It has 25 megapixels in camera. And let's quickly take a selfie and you can see for yourself.
Should I take it, Leah? I like it.
Oh, perfect choice. This is a good choice. Let me get the accessories for you and let's ring it up.
Let's go. Leah, thanks so much for your help. You've been so helpful today.
Pleasure, Tabiso. What's great about Cash Converters is we have a few payment options available. You could pay it in full, or you could pay it on a lay-by, where you paid over 2 months.
What I do remember from last week is that you got the 6-month guarantee, which I think is fantastic. But tell me more about it.
Yes, most of our products carry a 6-month guarantee, and how that works is we can repair, we can replace, or we can refund in the store when the goods are faulty in any way.
Oh, that is such a good reassurance. It's the type of peace of mind you're not going to get when you're buying stuff online. Should we pay?
Yes.
Sir.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
Fine, thank you.
I'm very excited about this one. I like that you mentioned the lay-by option, which is, I think, fantastic, but I've already been saving so long for my grandmother's purchase, so I'll make a straight payment today.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go.
Tabiso, remember to remind your granny to keep the slip. The guarantee will be together with the slip.
Ooh, and so whenever something goes wrong, I can just bring it back to this store.
Yes, but to our store.
I love it. Okay, great. I'm going to keep this one safe.
Great.
Oh, there's the phone. You guys, you rock. Thank you so much. Eh?
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you for coming into our store, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, bye.
And also goodbye to 24-month-long contracts. Goodbye to sky-high prices. I think I've definitely secured my spot as grandson of the year. Now, who says second-hand shopping has to be second best? Seriously? Ooh, hello, Granny. Now, who here is in the mood to win 2,000 Rand in instant cold hard cash? I know I am, but I can't enter. You can enter. All you have to do is head to a cash converter store and snap a picture of yourself buying, selling, or simply just browsing and post it on our Expresso Facebook or Twitter competition post, and that cash might just be yours. Terms and conditions apply, and you can find them on expressoshow.com. But you have only until Thursday to enter, so don't miss out. Winning cash has never been this easy.
Who says second-hand is second best? At Cash Converters, you can buy top brands at bargain prices and sell your goods for instant cash.
All right, so if you had tuned in nice and early this morning, you would have seen a very special performance of a revamped feel-good breakfast show theme song, courtesy of the man right next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa Morao para celebrate this man. Kanyisa's in the house. Yeah, dude. Sister, did you hear that?
Yes.
I mean, the man's got bars like Paul's ball.
Yes,
it's crazy. It's madness. Dude, so we want you to introduce yourself to the nation out there because, firstly, I think a lot of us here did not know or realize just how incredibly talented you are. And then you get on the mic and you do something like that. You are part of our social media team, and you hang around at the back there, behind the computer, behind the cap, headphones in, working hard, making sure the conversation is flowing on Twitter. Where did this come from, and who are you? Tell them all.
Yo, bro, so like, I'm Kanyisa, obviously, from Humansdorp, the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
And I've always been rapping since I was a kid. I was like 7.
Yeah.
Doing like these weird rhyming, sequences like in Xhosa, like Umlongo, Tongo, 600 stand up. But anyway, so in my raps, Tavisa knows this, in my raps, I refer to my town as 6300 because that's the postal code.
Yeah.
So my first song ever was 6300 Diamond.
Wow,
because I'm the diamond in the rough, because nobody comes from me. Every time I introduce myself, I'm like, hey, I'm from Humansdorp. And they're like, people are from there? Because people just pass there in a bus.
Yeah, well, it's called Humansdorp.
It's Humansdorp. Yeah, it's actually Humansdorp. And it's praat Afrikaans, hoor.
Ek het gehoor.
Ja, suiwer Afrikaans.
En ek weet, jy is baie suiwer.
Baie suiwer.
Inderdaad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have another performance coming your way from Kanyisa a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is a show full of surprises, and I cannot wait for you to hear him again.
Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso on a Friday morning that is absolutely buzzing. We've already had an unbelievable performance, having a lot of fun on set this morning. Maybe we need that around this time of the week, especially during this week. You might have noticed our Jamie Lee isn't here because she's out at Maiden's Cove and she's about to kickstart your day in the right way with a little fitness.
Good morning, Sambonani. Goeiemorgen. Jamie Lee Dombe crossing to you live from Maiden's Cove this morning. It is Fitness Fridays. Now, as we know, social distancing because of the coronavirus is affecting absolutely everything that we do, from the way we think, from the way we eat, but also the way we work out. Now, gym classes have been cancelled, fitness classes have been cancelled, but what if I told you that today we're going to give you inspiration on how you can work out from the comfort of your own home. Now, fitness model and TV personality Raul de Morne is here to show us exactly how to do so. Good morning. I want to even hug you, but I'm like, yay.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Brilliant, brilliant.
Of course, it's affecting absolutely everyone. How is it affecting the gym and the way we work out now in this period?
So obviously we've got that social distancing factor that comes into play. So the biggest factor is that gym classes and big classes have been impacted. So we've got the opportunity to start to arrange more smaller, intimate environments, but also at the same time making sure that we're also cleaning out and disinfecting the equipment before and afterwards, and also encouraging guys to make sure that they use their own station and their own equipment and remain in that vicinity, and it kind of just increases that safety.
What precautions do I have to take before going to the gym, or even before working out?
Well, obviously number one is wash your hands and then obviously making sure that when we do get to the gym and we get to our equipment, clean it down before you use it and make sure that you kind of stay in your own vicinity. I think that's the best advice I would give to you.
Love it. So you do have a workout for us today, and a bit later on I'm going to show you how you can actually do that with different things in the household. But right now, I see we have resistance bands.
So basically we've got these really cool, awesome power bands and resistance bands, and I'm going to show you guys at home, or anybody in self-isolation or being quarantined that wants to train and work out, you can use these to train literally any part of your body. So Jamie, what we're going to do is we're going to start by stepping in the band, and we're going to start with a very basic bicep curl, standing up nice and taunt. Get your shoulders and your elbows to remain on the side of your body, and we're literally just doing a raise in front of us.
Ooh, okay.
Beautiful. And we're literally going to hit about 10 reps of these. For the sake of time though, we'll just go for 5, and you're maintaining a good posture, and we're hitting these biceps every time, all right? Beautiful stuff. Then what we're going to do is literally change your grip, so have your palms facing down now.
Yes.
Have your hands fully extended out in front of you, and you're going to raise your shoulders right in front of you. Feel that tension?
Yes,
hold for 2 seconds, isometric hold, and then straight back down. That's beautiful. Keep ripping that out, Jamie, and what you'll feel is that you're hitting those anterior delts as well. So that's the front part of your delts and also the medial line as well. Then what you can do after working shoulders, we're going to go into core and get some glute and leg work in. So you're going to take your thumbs and strap them into the band, right? Standing up nice and straight, shoulders up, and get a good posture. We're literally going to go down for a squat. So ass to the grass, all the way down, hold it for 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then straight back up. And you can feel that resistance on the band here. Let's carry on repeating that. And you're getting a good glute stimulation over here. This is really cool. The reason why we keep our elbows up is just to keep that posture, keep our form, and it also helps engage the core as well. And that's a really awesome leg session that we can do with these bands. And then let's step it up a little bit now. So we can step out of the band now. We're going to sit down in the sand, start working our back.
Still while remaining our social distance.
Yes. So you're going to hold the band in front of you, strap it in front of your feet, and essentially just get in a nice straight position with your back.
Okay, so both.
Yeah, that's both of them together like that. That's perfect, nice and tall. And you're literally holding the band and pulling towards your stomach. Brilliant. And you feel that pull in your bicep as well as the rear delt, and you just carry on with that squeeze.
Again, I feel it in my core as well. Am I doing it right?
Yes, you're doing it perfectly.
Okay.
So obviously you've got a great posture over here. Your core is nice and aligned, and obviously you've got a good contraction, good control of the band. And that is essentially a example of how you can literally replicate these bands and do any form of exercising just using difference in angles. And as you can see, James is already building up a beautiful sweat here.
It's my glow. It's like...
So you guys at home, if you want to, try this out at home. Hit these exercises for 10 reps each, and you can repeat that for 3 cycles, and you will get an incredible fat burning session going.
I love that. So like we said, when we come back a bit later on, we're going to talk about how we can modify this with things that you can find inside the home. So you want to stay tuned for that. But back to you guys in studio. Let's go.
Yeah. Good form.
Good, guys. Looking good. Shout out to you, Jamie.
And the sunrise
holding
is
it
coming up
down.
so beautifully. The whole place is coming alive.
It looks serene.
Yeah. I was actually there yesterday.
Were you?
Yeah, in Maiden's Cove. Quite a beautiful place.
What were you doing? Just
I was shooting. I actually hosted my first online award ceremony. An award ceremony that I hosted online. Yeah.
I've never heard of that before, but yes. Shout out to you.
It was the Bookmark Awards, where they celebrate the best of the best in the digital industry, so people who make like really cool content in the media space. So
Oh, wow.
very exciting
Very
stuff.
interesting.
Yeah, but anyway, now away from the public eye, and for a while now, Woolworths has been working on safeguarding our country's water, and they're tackling water-related risks in farming areas and working with the local and smallest communities, and of course the largest funds in the world to protect water sources where rainfall is captured.
Absolutely. Now, Katleho visited the farming region of Ceres to witness the lessons learned and how these provide our map for the way forward.
It's estimated that nearly 7% of South Africa's scarce water resources are taken up by alien plants. And this was a key risk factor that was identified by the Woolworths Water Stewardship Program and partnership with WWF South Africa in the farming community of Ceres. Now, this is a very exciting initiative and really allows everyone to be involved in the management of our water resources. It's also very important because it shows how partners can get together to really tackle a big challenge, which is the protection of our water resources, not just for the immediate, but for future generations too.
Woolworths environmental specialist Kirsten Sims works on the front line of these water conservation programs.
Kirsten, we know that farming communities are literally the breadbasket of our nation and we depend on them. Tell me about how Woolworths came to realizing the need for this program in a farming community like Ceres.
Water is a really important part of our good business journey and something that we feel really passionately about. So it was a number of years ago now that we started to look into what water risk actually meant for our business. And it was here in Ceres that we identified as being one of the most at-risk and vulnerable areas in the whole country. Also in particular in the face of climate change, which is expected to lead to more drying in the future. We also buy a lot of our fresh fruit and vegetables from this area, and it's an important area in terms of the local economy from agriculture and tourism. This catchment area in particular is one of South Africa's very important water source areas, which means that we knew if we got involved here, it would not only impact the local community, but also many other users downstream from here.
Claudia, we've spoken to our friends at Woolies before about the water stewardship program, but let's focus a little bit on this particular area, Ceres, and how the program works here.
We've actually been active in the area as WWF since 2014, and there were a multitude of retailers, including Woolworths, that were interested in water risk around the fruit areas where they're sourcing their fruit from, and they decided to be quite proactive about it and to ensure that the areas where they're sourcing their fruit are actually more resilient towards any water risk or any droughts or any flood events like that. And we started a water stewardship program as a result of that, and it involved multiple partners, some retailers, some other funders as well, and WWF and a lot of the farmers. And we typically look at problems that are bigger than beyond the farm fence issues. So we typically looked at those kinds of issues and built our water stewardship program around that. And today particularly we hear around the alien clearing success story.
Now, the success behind this has been the partnership between WWF South Africa, Woolworths, and of course the local Water Users Association. A powerful combination indeed. How important do you think it is to continue having these kinds of partnerships?
It is really astounding to have such a strong relationship. Another partner that needs to be in that mix as well is the Department of Agriculture Land Care, who's a very important co-partner in the setup, and having a lot of trust amongst each other and having the same goal to work towards, and everybody plays their particular role in getting the larger goal achieved.
To maintain a steady, clean supply of water in fruit and vegetable production, Woolworths joins forces with farmers like Stephen Fashveld.
Stephen, tell me a bit more about your journey with water on the farm and how you became so aware that the alien vegetation was posing such a big threat to the water resources.
My dad and I have been busy with it for more than 30 years. When I started farming, he was already removing alien vegetation. And I think as climate change has come and there's been less and less water in the river, one's become more aware of the fact of how much water aliens are removing and that there's benefit in spending money to remove it.
Now, the stream we're hearing around here is the result of a massive team effort, a lot of work that went in. Tell me about that and what effect that's had on your operations.
Well, this piece here was cleared by mostly with the help of the Department of Land Care. Where we're standing now is just solid mat of Port Jackson, black wattle, pine trees. You couldn't see through here, let alone walk through here. It's phenomenal to see this place cleared out, and if you look at the water running below us, 2 years ago there wouldn't have been a drop.
You've achieved extraordinary numbers, some 425 hectares being cleared out every single year, releasing more than 70 million litres of fresh water back into the system. How have you achieved such incredible numbers?
Well, I think a large part of the success has been down to the sheer scale of the clearing that's actually happening. So those plants, the invasive plants, are 6 times thirstier than the natural vegetation. So just by taking out plants at scale, that's resulting in huge volumes of water going back into the natural environment.
Reino Pinar is the alien clearing project manager for the area, spearheading an incredibly effective collaboration.
I understand that you also have quite a big role to play. In fact, you have a big hand in this because there's something called the Reino model. What exactly is it and how has it proven so successful?
I think it's just because of the leverage. It's not really me or my personality as such, it's the power of the position. Being the link between the funding and the farmers and being the voice between those two things. And it's created leverage where in the 2 years that I've been here, 10 million rand has been generated to do alien clearing work. And that's food on the table, that's water released in the river, and that's all just because of one position.
Of course, looking at unemployment statistics throughout South Africa, but especially in small communities like Woolsley, right near where we are. So how has this benefited the community?
In general, in the Upper Breda Valley, the work is seasonal because for the most part it's on fruit farms. So there's a picking season where there's a high load of work, a decent load of work, and then in the off-season, most of the workers are despondent and they don't know where to go. So the alien clearing projects give them the opportunity to be employed right throughout the year.
So our people, they can't write or read, but this is a job that they can do. And as there is so little work in Tulbagh, mostly there's only a few shops in our little town, is something great for me to accommodate all our cultures. We work here together as a family.
Having an alien clearing program that works around the clock offers jobs at a permanent basis for people. There's over 100 people employed in this clearing program on its own, so that puts food on the table for 100 families.
What we're doing today and investing today is really going to result in a much better future for all of us.
Without collaboration, we'll never get anywhere. So what we've been able to achieve with the help of Woolworths, Department of Land Care, World Wildlife Fund, quite frankly, has been phenomenal. I never dreamed we'd get this far in such a short space of time.
I really hope that the story carries out to other farming organizations and that the model is repeated and that there's also a emphasis placed on education of the youth to show them what it's all about.
I think people should understand the value of water source areas and should value the fact that water doesn't come from a tap.
It's a very well-known fact, but perhaps not emphasized enough, that water doesn't come from a tap, a bottle, or a dam. And we need to ensure that it's not unnecessarily lost through catchment areas or perhaps even inefficient business practices. And after what we witnessed today, the hard work that goes in and day out in preserving this most precious resource, we can only but champion causes like these that help us not only to enjoy water in the present time, but to keep it flowing for future generations.
You know what? Clean water is becoming one of the most scarce natural resources on Earth due to multiple factors. So safeguarding that is absolutely important. So I absolutely love seeing all of that.
Yeah, and you want a retailer like Woolies right at the forefront of this. Thank you so much for that. We love it. Now listen, Easter is around the corner, yes, and we are all ears and tails ready, getting ready with all of those accessories. I can think of also many fond memories, Princess. I mean, look at that, how fun it can be. But of course, coming up after the break, we're going to be showing you how to be inspired and get in the spirit of Easter. We'll see you after this.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McCafe. Great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Welcome back. It's a Friday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day as we lead you into the weekend. It is so good to be in your company, man.
And it has felt like a Friday. And of course, we're going to throw a little culinary delight into the mix now. Time for the culinary hotline. Bling!
Bling!
Happy Friday, everybody. It's a very special edition of your Culinary Hotline. Bling, sing and sing, sing. Now, today I'm joined by author of Mindful Eating, Isel Hoffman. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful day at Maiden's Cove.
Yes, this is quite a setting we've got here this morning.
And you're going to share a little bit about your journey today. 14 operations from 18 months. You were born with congenital hip dysplasia. Take me through it. What exactly does that mean?
So, in short and sort of layman terms, congenital hip dysplasia is when you don't really have the proper socket for, you know, the joint to sit in proper. Unfortunately, they only realized it, you know, not straight after birth, but closer to 18 months. And that's when I went for my first op, sort of in and out of hospital to roughly about the age of 4. I was then sort of a normal child, I would say. You know, I had my ups and downs throughout childhood, in and out of hospital. My parents really tried their best, you know, with every opportunity there was, in the sense of trying new things, new sort of remedies on the market. You know, if there was a herb or anything you could mix in water, I would actually try that, yes.
Now, through all of that, through the ups and downs, you got to create this book, Mindful Eating. What is the book all about?
I actually say it's not really a cookbook. It's more like an inspirational book. It's a little bit a journey of my life and, you know, where it started for me. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you get thrown with that curveball in life and you think, oh, it's only me, or, you know, this is a situation and now I need to feel sorry for myself. But, you know, there's always a silver lining around every single cloud. So I love the glass half full kind of concept. You know, is it half full or is it half empty? Because at the end of the day, it depends on how you see things. And I really took something that could have been like a negative thing in my life and I turned it around, and today I'm a lifestyle chef.
I love that, lifestyle chef. Taking us through mindful eating. Today you prepared a recipe that is going to help boost the immune system. What are we getting our hands into today?
Let's talk a little bit about ingredients. That's always my favorite part. So I'm going to ask you, like, if we look at our nice little spread of ingredients, what do you see? I mean, when you look at this, for instance, or, you know, this beautiful eggplant?
Is this a trick question?
No, not really. So I'm just sort of trying to, you know, explain to you what really mindful eating is, because a lot of people tend to make the mistake. They see food or they see, okay, I need to zoosh up something on a plate, so what am I going to do? And the way I see things is, this is fiber, this is protein, it's alkalizing, you know, that is like immune boosting, it's an anti-inflammatory, but it's also a plant-based protein. When it comes to raw honey, antiviral, antifungal, immune boosting, you know, olive oil, beautiful alkalizer, beneficial for all 4 blood groups. Over to our rocket. I mean, people tend to think rocket is just that, it's a cushy little herb that you can sprinkle over everything.
Make it look sexy.
Did you actually know it's a source of vitamin C?
Did not know.
It's immune boosting and it's actually great for bone health, and that is the reason I selected that herb for this dish today.
Love it. So you're making my mouth water. Let's get right into it because I want to try this already. So we're going to start with cutting the eggplant, right?
Now, I'm always quite cheeky and say don't cut the stem off, because you feast with your eyes, you understand? So if you don't cut it too clean, you know, it's always about look at that. And don't cut it too thin, roughly about a centimeter to centimeter and a half. For this recipe, you can use 1 to 2 large ones or even the smaller ones, and don't throw this little baby away. Just, you know, shave its bum a little bit on this side because it's going to have to absorb some of the marinade, right? Now, also again, when you chop things up to fine, I find it gives you that impression that it's slightly processed, and we're looking for all the chunkiness. So over to our steaks then, we need to whip up that marinade we were talking about. So in here is of course our olive oil. Olive oil, like I said, anti-inflammatory, it's an alkalizer. Let's pour that in there. This is about a 1/4 cup, and then for today we're going to actually match that up with our honey. Now it is slightly cold, people, so honey is quite a tricky one to get out.
The honey does not want to come out of the pot.
Yes, so we just got to start sprinkling it. I think if you can hold it for me like
certainly.
that.
We did sanitize our hands just in case anybody is wondering.
And then over to paprika. Now, one of my ultimate favorite ingredients. I always say, you know, I fell in love with paprika a long time ago because red happens to be my favorite color.
Ooh, not pink.
Pink is for today, darling. I dressed to match your beautiful shirt. But paprika, you're actually getting a smoky and a sweet one. But for this recipe, because we tend to go, you know, you can either garnish this with sun-dried tomato, beautiful pomegranates, both high in vitamin C, also immune boosting. But we're going for the sweet one today. Okay. The smoky one is more when you make the barbecues and stuff like that for on the braai. So there
this is all part of the marinade.
Goes the paprika, and then over to our salt and ground black pepper. We're going to just add that as well.
Now wait, I know everybody at home wants to know how they can get their hands on this recipe. Yes. It's dish, so DISH to 33728. Remember, you can get your hands on this recipe right now. No free SMSs apply, and SMSs cost R1.50. So just had to give it in there so people know.
Of course, go for it.
Okay, so we're going to start marinating that. Am I done with that? Yes. Ooh.
And while this is just in here, you can start
already.
You can start by sprinkling some beautiful sesame seeds there. I always say you spread them with love. You know, sprinkle that stuff everywhere. And I'm going to go over and just sort of turn them around. Now this can take a few minutes. Of course, you would like the marinade to sort of get beautifully absorbed in your aubergine steaks. And while this is sort of absorbing, you can, you know, get your frying pan ready. You get beautiful olive oil. Again, love frying in olive oil. Always try to go for the sort of the normal one when it comes to the pan. And then once your pan is hot and ready, you can pop these onto the oven.
So we've already prepped it. We've already done that. So that's the look over there. And then now we're going to plate it all up. So we marinated, we fried it, and now time to plate it up, okay?
Yes. So always with your beautiful spinach, and then your rocket, and it all just depends on how you plate it.
Because remember, we eat with our eyes.
That's the one. So just going all big or go home. Yeah, we're going to add all three of them, and then Bob's your uncle. I actually really know someone with the name Uncle Bob, just by the way.
Yes, and I know you at home want to get your hand on this. Now, if you want to stand a chance to win a copy of this cookbook right over here, Mindful Eating, reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook page and share with us what healthy food you are currently eating to boost that immune system. Remember, T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Right now, though, it's time to go happy eating, Mama.
Happy eating and sprinkling that love.
Back to you guys in studio. I'm so excited.
Well, the Easter spirit is in the air. We're ears and tails ready. So now get the entire family ready to get in the spirit with fun Easter accessories. Now, I'll tell you this for free. You'll have a great time hopping around thanks to the crazy store. From bunny costumes to masks and ears, these costumes and deco ideas will have you find inspiration to unveil your inner Easter bunny. And now we all know that there's only one most well-known Easter tradition. It really is receiving a visit from the Easter bunny, right? The Easter bunny hides eggs with children to find, and the crazy store will be leading our little helpers on the ultimate Easter egg hunt around the studio this morning. And here they are! I've got Zara, Leila, and Stella. Guys, are you ready to go on the Easter egg hunt?
Yes!
Yes! That's what I like to hear. Say it with me. Yes! Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for the Easter egg hunt? Yes! There we go. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you guys a clue, okay? Your first clue. Here it is. Hippity hoppity. The Easter bunny's been here. Let's go on a hunt to find your basket this year. And your first clue is to visit a place that's not far. Go to the place where a beautiful princess lives, guys. And this beautiful princess makes amazing coffee. Can you think of where this might be? Do you want us to go check it out, try and find it? Let's go hunting. Okay, come with me. Let's go. Come, Zara, Leila, and Stella. A beautiful princess where amazing coffee is made. Guys, where do you think this might be? Do we need to be going on our left, on our right? I need you guys to help me. Where must we go? There's a beautiful princess. She makes coffee. Where do we go? Should we follow the... Oh! The Easter bunny's been here. Look at the footprints. They're here. They're telling me something. Can you guys see it? Do you guys see it? Where do you think this might be? Ooh, princess! Wow. Is that you? We found it, guys. Yes. Look! Say yes! Come on.
Yes!
There we go. Oh, princess, look at you handing out all these amazing Klet chocolates over here. This is absolutely fantastic because Klet chocolate is imported from Germany and Klet has been around for 60 years. Great tasting chocolate. I love it. It melts in your mouth and you can taste the difference and that the quality is truly, truly amazing. Guys, you are going to love this. Have a look over there. not that way. You're going to love it, so they can see that you've got your chocolate, and I'm not making this up. But of course, it is available in Easter bunnies, 40, 60, and 125 grams. And it's chocolate hollow eggs. The chocolate eggs come in a crate as well, and you get mixed bags of chocolate. Guys, you're going to have lots of fun with this, right? Don't be shy. You can open it and eat it, ne? 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 Cool, fantastic. And we have a competition for you out there at home. Now, you need to listen up. The competition is this. Chocolate is the real trophy when it comes to Easter egg hunts. With Easter just around the corner, we want to know what Easter items you're planning to get from the Crazy Store this year. With Easter eggs and bunnies galore in over 375 Crazy stores. Maybe it's their delicious clit chocolate bunnies and eggs. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Or maybe you're just excited to get your hands on a bunny headboard or mask for the kids, because kids love these masks. Of course, share yours with us. Let us know what it is that you want to be buying on our Facebook page, and our Facebook post is over there, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. The terms and conditions do apply. You can find them on expressoshow.com. Chocolate, please, Princess.
Which one you want?
No, this one, thanks. Okay. Thank you, Princess. Thanks. Come, guys, let's go.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
So, you girls ready for this? Ready to see who's the toughest, the fastest, the strongest? Well, this is no walk in the park. Train! Come on, cats, you're on a roll. Keep going, keep going. So you think you got what it takes to beat Katlego? When I said I was training new TV personalities, all you figured you had to do was try? But I thought you thought what, kitty cat? You can catch these two go head-to-head April 6th on Expresso in the Vitathine Adventure Race, where the men are separated from the boys. Come on, kitty cat, give me one more.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show right here on SABC3. This is Expresso. Thank you for choosing to start your morning with us right here.
So much feel-good coming your way this Friday. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up on the right side of bed. We are in the second hour of the show, just hit after 7 o'clock. Time for us to find out what's happening in the news. Graham.
Thanks so much, guys. Let's start with our national news first. The government last night announced strict new regulations to prevent price markups during the coronavirus crisis. Now, companies are not allowed to hike prices for a list of goods by more than the increases in the cost to produce these products. They are also not allowed to hike their profit margins on these products to above the average markups during the first 3 months of the year. The list includes, amongst others, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, surgical gloves and masks, baby formula, disposable nappies, meat, chicken or fish and bottled water. Then, staying on topic, during a question and answer session with doctors in Pretoria yesterday, Minister of Health Zweli Mkhize told them that 60 to 70% of South Africans are likely to contract the virus, though hopefully over a more extended period of time than would happen if containment measures were not in place. This echoed statistics commonly expressed globally, including by German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Mkhize also repeated the statistic that only about 20% of these cases would be serious enough to require treatment. COVID-19 infections in the country now stand at 150. Further afield, the French government said yesterday it will invest an extra 5 billion euros in scientific research programs over the next decade, with a fifth of that earmarked for the health sector to prepare the country for future epidemics. On top of this, the country will set up a 50 million euro emergency fund to tackle the current coronavirus pandemic. French President Emmanuel Macron said on Twitter that the COVID-19 crisis is a reminder of scientific research's vital nature and the need to invest massively for the long term. Then again, staying with the topic, Africa must wake up, we quote, to the coronavirus threat and prepare for the worst. And that's according to the World Health Organization's Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. He added that the continent should learn from how the spread of the virus has sped up elsewhere, and warned that while Africa's confirmed cases were currently low, around 640 cases, there was no reason for complacency. Health experts warn that strained public health systems in Africa would become rapidly overwhelmed if the virus takes hold, especially in overcrowded urban areas. And now, making for a pleasant change, an item of encouraging news regarding the rhino. The tentative recovery of Africa's black rhino population was hailed by conservationists yesterday as a cause for hopes that ambitious protection efforts could overcome the acute threat of poaching. The International Union for Conservation of Nature said the number of black rhinos had increased at a modest annual rate of 2.5% from 2012 to 2018, from an estimated 4,845 to 5,630. It said the population was expected to continue its slow increase for the next 5 years. And the increase in black rhino numbers was dependent on continued robust law enforcement measures and efforts to encourage populations to reproduce by moving some rhinos to new locations. Sadly, Africa's more numerous white rhino, targeted by poachers partly because they have larger horns, continues to suffer great losses. That's where we leave our news headlines for now. Let's delve back into our sport. Again, it's a COVID-19 dominated sporting lineup. The PGA Tour announced that South African golfer Victor Langa has tested positive for the coronavirus. The 26-year-old golfer competed in the Estrella del Mar Open in Mexico, but returned to South Africa on Sunday and tested positive on Tuesday. The statement from the PGA Tour added that Langa had no symptoms and is expected to make a full recovery after a period of quarantine at his home in Gauteng. Then on to football. Premier Soccer League Chairman Dr. Irvin Khoza, along with the PSL Board of Conveners, which includes all 32 clubs, yesterday announced that the PSL will remain suspended due to fears over the spread of the coronavirus. PSL added that it will try to finish the 2019-2020 season by the 30th of June this year. No new date has been set as yet for the resumption of the fixtures. Then further afield, all English football will be suspended until the end of April due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This includes all matches in the biggest football league in the world, the English Premier League. Liverpool currently sitting at the top of the table on 82 points, with defending champions Manchester City in second on 57 points. The Premier League and other English leagues will hope to finish the season wanting to avoid accepting the current standings as final. Then on to motorsport. The seventh stop on the Formula One calendar, the Monaco Grand Prix, has been cancelled in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. The 2020 F1 season was scheduled to start at the Australian Grand Prix last weekend. The season opener, along with the races in Bahrain, Vietnam and China, have all been called off, while the Dutch and Spanish races have been postponed. Formula One organisers in Monaco concluded that it was not possible to rearrange a date for their Grand Prix. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's take a look at what's happening on our local roads.
The time is now 7 minutes past 7. It's time to have the first look at what's happening on the roads this morning. Starting off in Gauteng, Linwood, there's a stationary truck on the N1 southbound after the Proof Plus interchange. One lane is currently obstructed and causing delays. Please keep a lookout for this. Down to the Western Cape, Kukuletu on the N2 outbound, there is a stationary vehicle off the Borchard's Quarry Road obstructing the emergency lane. Please approach with caution. And lastly, Metro Rail Northern Line, the T3403 train has been cancelled due to a fire-related incident at Eerste Rivier. Please allow for an extended travel time this morning. That's your 7 o'clock traffic roundup. Right now it's time to have a look at the weather with Kat.
Indeed, thanks a lot, Kuthi. But first, a quick little look at some of those beautiful sunrise pictures that you've sent us. Thanks to Pat Sunkel, who sent us this bold sunrise from Durban, where mainly cloudy conditions are expected with high humidity and little to no wind. Temperatures over there reaching a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. Also, thanks Gary Oakham for this incredible sunrise all the way from East London, where mainly sunny conditions are expected with southwesterly breezes and cloud cover increasing towards the evening. Temperatures over there reaching a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius. Let's take a look at the weather all around the country. Heavy rainfall expected for Polokwane with temperatures between 16 and 27 degrees. High humidity in Mbombela today, a low of 18 and a high of 30. Pretoria between 16 and 29, while Joburg will see a low of 15 and a high of 26. Over in the Northwest Province in Mahikeng, a low of 16 and a high of 30. In Klerksdorp between 16 and 31. Kimberley, a low of 15 and a high of 32, while partly cloudy conditions can be expected for Bloemfontein and temperatures ranging between 13 and 28. Northeasterly winds of about 15 kilometers per hour blowing through Richards Bay today, a low of 22 and a high of 33, while thunderstorms can be expected for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 18 and a high of 31. In Durban, between 23 and 30 degrees Celsius. A couple of showers expected for Mthatha today with a low of 16 and a high of 28. Over in East London, a low of 18 and a high of 26, while Cradock will see a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 31 degrees today. Southwesterly winds of about 26 kilometers per hour blowing through Port Elizabeth with a low of 16 and a high of 24. George between 14 and 22. The coolest start for the morning today, all the way in Sutherland, a low of 8 degrees Celsius reaching up to a maximum of 23, while the mother city will experience temperatures ranging between 15 and 22 degrees Celsius. High humidity for Worcester today, 14 to 27. Springbok, 11 to 29. And the highest temperatures in the country in Uppington. Sunny conditions there, a low of 16 and a high of 34 degrees Celsius. But no matter what the weather looks like in your part of the country, here's to hoping that you have a fantastic Friday.
Whoa, okay, well, it's that time of the year. Easter is definitely around the corner. Yes, and the spirit is right over here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I've got my little helpers this morning, courtesy of the Crazy Store. We are going on an Easter egg hunt. Why, guys? Because the Easter Bunny has been here, right? I'm putting my ears on from the Crazy Store. Tell me, Zara, do you do this every year? Do you go out hunting for Easter eggs?
Not every year.
Not every year? Okay, this year is really special. And Stella, do you do it often? No? Yeah? Yeah. You're good at it, eh? Because look at you. You've already got this. That means that you've done this lots and lots of times before. Okay, so listen, guys. Okay? You found your first clue and you did really, really well. But it's getting trickier and trickier to find out and figure out where the Easter Bunny has been, where the eggs and the chocolates are, okay? So, your second clue is, okay? Are you ready about it? Or for it? Okay, now that you've found clue number 1, where would you go when your popcorn is ready? Where would you go, guys? Where would you go when your popcorn's ready? I can think of one place. I can think of exactly, Stella, the kitchen. Okay, let's follow the footsteps. Let's go. Okay, 1. Okay, cool. The Easter Bunny's been working really hard, making sure that he hides the... Hey,
Oh, you guys found me.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
We are looking for the Easter eggs, right?
Are you guys looking for this?
Yeah.
Maybe come around.
Come around. Ooh, I don't know if coming around is going to work for everyone. I might have to. Oh, there we go.
There
it works.
we
Oh,
go.
we've thought about all of this. The Easter Bunny's thought about it. Okay, guys. So
Who
here
has
you are.
worked hard to get here?
I think the ladies, the little ladies, my helpers, have worked really hard, right? Zara, Layla,
this one
and
is yours.
Stella, you worked so hard. And then, of course, I've got one for you. That's one. This one is for you and Layla, right? Because Stella, you've already got one over there as well, right? Yeah? Fantastic. Okay, so all of this is the Clit chocolate, which you can find from the Crazy Store. It is so, so yummy. Have you already had your first chocolates, the ones you got earlier on? They're delicious, aren't they?
Delicious.
Yeah?
Can I have one? Just one to taste?
Oh. Sharing is
caring. Thank you.
Okay, so listen, chocolate, of course, is the real trophy when it comes to Easter egg hunts. With Easter just around the corner, we want to know what Easter items you're planning to get from the Crazy Store this year. You know, they've got Easter eggs and bunnies galore in over 375 Crazy Stores. Maybe it's the delicious clear chocolate that you want, which we've been having this morning and enjoying, and the kids are really loving it as well. Maybe it's you're excited to get your hands on the bunny headboard or mask, for example, which we've had so much fun playing with in the studio as well. Share with us what yours is on our Facebook post and stand a chance to win a 500 Rand Crazy Store Easter hamper that would even make the Easter bunnies jealous this year. Okay, guys, it looks like you're getting in there and having lots of fun with it. T's and C's apply. You can find them on expressoshow.com. Get it.
How does this work? Wait.
I like this. Look at this clear chocolate.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. It really has been a beautiful Friday morning, and it's only getting better.
It is only really getting better. And Jamie Lee is out at Maiden's Cove. Is it Maiden's Cove?
Maiden's Cove.
Ah, yeah. She's having Culinary hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing.
We are continuing our fitness journey. It's Happy Friday from Maiden's Cove. Now, earlier on, we were talking about how in self-isolation, you can still get your fitness and your heart rate pumping. But of course, now we're going to bring the outdoors to you in the comfort of your home. Fitness model and TV personality Ralda Mornay is here to show us how we can incorporate home things in the home to help us work out. But also, Izal Hoffman is joining us in cooking, working out. What can't you do?
Singing, we just spoke about it.
It's raining, man. It's not raining anything. It's raining your workout. So we have the water bottles here, which everyone at home can get. What are we doing with them?
So obviously we're getting very creative right now. As you mentioned, everybody is in self-isolation or they're quarantined and they can't be outside or the outdoors. So as well as bringing the outdoors to you, we also brought some creative solutions for you guys to train at home. So what I have here is a 1.5 liter water bottle. Essentially that means it's a 1.5 kg. And then if you guys want to make this even heavier at home, what you can do is add sand to it. And on top of that, if you want to make it even heavier, you can throw sand in and then put some water on top of that. So there's a cool option for you guys to create some homemade weights. Beach in a bottle. Yeah, beach in a bottle. That's exactly it.
I'm a beach
I like
in a
that.
bottle, baby. Okay.
Right, guys, we've got to do some work here.
Okay,
Fun and games over. Okay, so what's happening is, guys, we're going to basically do a hybrid superset, and it's an AMRAP that takes 6 minutes for you guys at home, but we'll just be demonstrating the workout. Okay, so we're going to start start off with something really cool. It's a hybrid workout that's going to do the lower body and the upper body. And we're going to start off in a lunge position. So let's reverse into our lunge. You're keeping your weights on your side, and we're essentially rising up and pressing the weights straight in front of you, getting those shoulders to engage, and then coming straight back down into your lunge. And you can repeat that for 10 reps on each side. And if you guys are feeling strong, I don't know how your balance is, Jamie, but what you can do on the rise for the next rep, instead of going up into our standing position, you can raise that leg in front of you. So raise the leg 90 degrees, keep that balance, gets that core stimulated beautifully. 2-second hold, and then we go straight back down. Lovely. Let's try that one more time. Straight up in front of you, hold that 90 degrees, good core stimulation, good shoulder press, and straight back down. Beautiful. So that is your complex for both upper body and lower body. What we're going to move over to now is just working on those rear delts and the shoulders. It gets a good aesthetic look as well. So what we're going to do, get a nice good stance, hinging at the hip, keeping the lower back nice and straight. And we're essentially literally going to raise up to the side for 1 rep, straight back down into the middle, and then we're pulling it straight behind us. Beautiful. And then straight back to the side. Keep your head tilted up nicely. Beautiful. Then straight back.
And I like how this movement also makes sure that we are in equal distance from one another.
Yes, so this is a nice perimeter check
out
to
of
make
my
sure that
way.
you are in that zone. And then lastly, we're going to hit the core. Okay, so you're going to put your bottles on the right-hand side of your body. Drop down to the ground in that push-up position.
Okay.
As we are, yeah. So we're going to get a nice core stimulation. We're going to get the mobility and stability in the shoulders as well as the pecs. Okay, so we
hold
go
a second. Are you good? Yes? You're all good?
Perfect. So you guys at home, if you're struggling with the push-up, you're more than welcome to go onto your knees to grade it down and work your way back up. But you'll start off with 2 push-ups, right? So we're going for 1 and 2, and then what you're going to try to do is grab your bottles and bring them through and pull them over to the other side. Obviously you can see my core is very engaged. I'm shaking quite a bit. And then we go for another 2 push-ups. 1, 2, and then you're staying up in the air again, keeping a core stabilized, keeping it nice and strong, bringing your bottles back across. Lovely. And what you want to try to do, obviously, as you bring in the bottles across, is not to rotate your body too much. Keep good stability, and that'll engage your core. And these 3 exercises, you want to literally replicate for as many rounds as you can, doing 10 reps of each for 6 minutes. That's the goal. You guys at home, try it out. Let me know how you do. And if you need some more weights, let me know. We've got some creative solutions coming up again.
Okay, listen, I'm going to challenge you right now. Okay, you can watch us. Who can do the most pull-throughs in 30 seconds? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2. Yeah.
I am failing miserably, but it's okay. Maybe later on when we eat something, I'll beat her, Isabel Hoffman. But back to you guys in studio. Here we go.
Jamie Lee having a whole bunch of fun there in Maiden's Cove. Did you see that?
I'm struggling to open this.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
You just need
got
to
it.
twist it anti-clockwise and then you're good.
Got it. Finally got it.
Have you started singing?
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to me.
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 That was good. Nice and clean. Are you good?
Yeah, boy.
Fantastic. Okay,
I'm ready.
Right. Dry up your hands. But anyway, you'll remember that the stakes were very high this past Tuesday as we sent hashtag Team Orange back home with no bounty, unfortunately.
Oh,
you
shame,
missed all of this action-packed episode that was Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao on Tuesday evening. Then you don't want to miss out on this comedic team. They were absolutely amazing. We'll have the repeat, of course, on Saturdays at 8 p.m. On SABC3, so tune in tomorrow evening. Make sure that you see them. Boer and Yaneska were 2 of, I think, everyone's favorites.
They
on
were
the show.
my favorite. I loved their diary moments. They were so funny. They were so genuine. And I was sad to watch them leave.
Yeah. You should see the post stuff as well that they've done on social media, pretending to be Nadia and Trevor of Team Cool Red, who are doing very well, by the way.
Yes.
And so they've inspired a little bit of today's recipe, the mocktail that we were about to make. Absolutely delicious. So if you're looking for something to cool you down a little bit during the action-packed heat that is the episodes of Tropical Island of Curacao, then maybe you might want to make this at home,
Yes.
as a refresher. And by the way, good news is that the flavor that is Cool Red now also comes in the massive 1 liter like this.
Woo!
Yeah. That 2 liter. Hey, who needs 1 liter when you can get 2?
2, exactly.
So we're gonna make this, right?
Cool. It's very simple, apparently.
It is. Very much so. You're gonna just go halfies. So you're mixing the pina colada.
All right.
With the cool red flavor. And then you're gonna blend them together.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your half?
Do you want me to pour everything? Like, no.
How about it?
Okay.
Okay, that's
I feel like the container's too small. Okay.
Use that as your maximum. Look at that beautiful color that it forms. What would you call that color?
I feel like the cool red is overpowering. Maybe it's a sign.
Oh, what? What? Who said that? Who said that?
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay, so you'll just get it nicely blended. And of course, you can add a whole range of other things that you'd like to have if you like maybe some ice cubes to give it. Oh, look at that.
It's a nice pinkish blush color.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
What would you name this cocktail?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. How about a pinaca red?
Pinaca pink.
Why were you doing this?
No, you are the one. You felt like it came from a pinaca red. It's like you're hearing instrumentals in the background. Pinaca red.
Pinaca red. Lovely when you pour
I wish we had ice because I feel like it would be such a refreshing drink.
It looks almost like a shake, if you will. SMS the keyword drink to 33728.
It does.
And then of course you can add any kinds of other. I would add some pineapple here on the side as well.
I was about to say.
Because it smells like it's a beautiful mixture of some kind of, I don't know, the flavors combined to form almost like a pineapple-y kind of.
Really, I'm smelling a more.
It's a good scent.
I was going to say I smell more bubblegummy, but it's really not. It is pineapple-y.
Okay, you can grab a straw for yourself.
Right.
There we go. So simple as that. Try it out at home. Let's see what the comma's like.
Oh.
Hey.
Is this all us?
Is it doing?
Did we do this?
Is it doing things to you?
Everything that I needed more.
So listen, this tropical mocktail definitely will keep you hydrated for tomorrow evening's suspenseful episode of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. So don't forget to make a date with #Tropica tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. only at SABC3. And then, of course, for this, you can SMS the keyword drink to 33728 to get the recipe sent directly to your phone. SMSs will cost you R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. Nothing smoother.
Cheers.
Next time on Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, the competition takes an unexpected twist. The top 5 finishers in this challenge will have an unprecedented opportunity to choose a new teammate.
This entire game is going to change.
It makes no sense.
I just want this to be over with. We can't feel sorry for you.
Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Repeat Saturdays at 8 p.m. only on SABC3.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're about to get a travel update as it relates to the coronavirus pandemic. So Travel Start's Linda Balmer, of course, joined us in studio earlier this week to advise on some of the most pressing questions facing people who are currently or might be considering traveling during the recent travel restrictions. What are those restrictions and how have they kind of been amplified? Countries around the world have now taken drastic measures, including border closures in an attempt to curb COVID-19. Now, 8 more countries have closed their borders and multiple airlines have grounded their flights, leaving a lot of people asking, what now? Are you one of those people asking,
look,
what now?
yeah,
Linda,
I asked what now 2 hours ago, and then an hour later I got more answers to my what nows, and so yes, it is changing every second.
But you told us to just be on standby permanently because it is rapidly changing.
It really is changing on a moment-by-moment basis, which is not even an exaggeration at the moment. So I think yesterday, 6 countries closed their borders just yesterday. So when I say closed their borders, that they've given us a couple of days, and I think a lot of flights, their last flight will be on about the 24th of March. Some of them are already closed. For instance, New Zealand is closed.
So if you're stuck in New Zealand, you're stuck in New Zealand?
You're stuck in New Zealand, yes. So at this, and then, so what, I mean, if you look at so you look at the UK, well, just take London. Perhaps the most, the #1 destination for South Africans to travel to. 250,000 people land in Heathrow a day. So now you look at that, and maybe we've got about 3,000 South Africans that are going through Heathrow a day. Now, Heathrow is still open, but the problem is that airlines are coming from Dubai, they're coming from, we've probably got 100 airlines that are coming in from different ports. Those, for instance, you know, Germany is going to be closed soon, etc. Like Dubai has you can only transit. So these, you can't get out in Dubai. So if you booked your flight to on Emirates and you were going to have a 3-day stopover in Dubai, that may have been fine 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But now you can't get out in Dubai. You can only transit.
Wow.
So when you will call us, we will give you a quote for a change, a suspension, or a cancellation. It could be an hour later now that change is now invalid, and we have to rechange and requote and give you a new option or a new airline to fly on.
Can we talk about how these changes work? So I call in and I have a situation. What are the different scenarios? And then also, how are these changes then calculated?
Yeah, that's a very good question because, once again, ever-changing. But the situation is like this. A change is made up of 3 components.
Okay.
The first of those is the airline change or penalty fee. So that can be on an international ticket, anything from 500 to 1,500, 2,000 Rand. Okay, so the second component, the biggest one, is your actual airline fare. Now that fare is based on availability. And the third is the ever-fluctuating airport taxes. Now, those taxes are based on the exchange rate, and need I say more? You know, last week it was 14, 15 to the dollar, and now it's, whatever, 18 to the dollar. So if you look at that, the airline, when they say they're giving a free change, they are just eliminating that, let's call it 1,000 Rand. That comes off.
Yeah.
You now booked... However, you booked, and we used this example, Graham, on Tuesday. You booked in May, you booked for May in a quiet travel period. You now are ever hopeful that July, everything is going to be back to normal.
Yes.
Please. So now July is school holidays. So that fare, which is in a quiet period, is now going to be a much higher fee.
And we cut the repo rate by 1% today, so the Rand's going to plummet again.
Exactly. So, yes, that's how changes are made up of.
Wow, okay.
Are you guys just caught in crisis mode at the moment? Is there a solution in sight? How are you guys planning to rebound?
Yeah, look,
Can you move beyond
firstly,
crisis mode?
at this point, I really want to thank all our customers because they've been very patient and very loving towards us and the industry at this time. Our phone lines are crazy. I will reiterate, please, we want to keep those lines as free as possible for people traveling in the next
Like right
72
now, yeah.
hours. The whole company is on our online chat function. So if you could go to our website, you will very likely see Stefan Ekberg's name coming up there, our CEO, as he responds to your needs. Everybody has been trained on what to do on online chat, so please use that function. From a rebound perspective, you know, we are working very closely with the South African government, South African Tourism Board, and other tourism boards around the world on really how we can manage this at this time and then move forward. I think that's been a beautiful collaboration at the moment between government and the private sector. We are working together and we're trying to, you know, really help tourism move forward in a positive way. So please help us. Suspend your ticket or postpone your trip. Please don't cancel. We want to get you on holiday. You paid a lot of money for that holiday. It was your big dream holiday.
Well, it's also...
Let's get you there.
I mean, in my case, you know, family was supposed to come out from the UK to meet our new baby, and that's been postponed. You know, we're trying to deal with this, but also... we don't know when an end is in sight.
Exactly.
We just don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do. And I think that's it. We're going to try to keep you as informed as possible. Please go to our website. If you go on the homepage, you'll see Travel Start has a travel safe landing page. If you just go into that, you will get all the information of airline changes, when we expect things to turn. Of course, we are in the middle of it, and it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. Please contact us. Another final thing, and I know we're probably running out of time, but this is very important. So by 9 o'clock last night, 72 passengers flying with Travel Start today had not made contact with us. So we were phoning you. We apologize for the late calls. We were phoning you to ask you what you wanted to do with your ticket. So please don't just forego the ticket because you may not be able to use that again in the future.
Yeah.
Please, please, please call us before your flight. Give us, you know, certainly if you're flying in the next 72 hours, we need to talk to you. So
there will be a penalty, but you don't have to lose your entire booking.
Exactly. So
all right.
That's a big message.
Hang in.
Baie dankie, nee.
So very importantly, the live call line is 021-020-0559. And there's also, of course, the website to keep in mind, travelstart.co.za/LP/safe-travel. We have that information for you on screen right now.
Please use the online chat.
Please
You will get seen to immediately.
Excellent. Linda, thank you very, very much.
Thank you,
and
guys.
hopefully that has helped you to remake your plans with regards to your travel. And I hope that it still inspires you to be excited about it. I think, yes, there's no end in sight, but we're
going to get there, guys. We are going to bound back and we're all going to fly together. It's going to be a party.
To graduate.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Welcome back to your Feel
Friday.
What's happening with you? Hey, welcome back, you beautiful people. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show on a Friday. Jamie Lee.
Welcome back to it again. It's Happy Friday, but you're back with us for your culinary hotline bling. Sing it, sing it, sing. Okay, you got it. Author of Mindful Eating. You did. Author of Mindful Eating is our Hoffman is still here with us, and we're out at Maiden's Cove. It is a bit raining, but it's fine.
It's a little bit rainy.
Just a little bit. Now, there's a lot of questions on our social media because people's like, we love the way you look, we love the way you cook, but they want to know, is there 3 things in your pantry that would be classified as your best friends?
So in the first chapter, I actually call it Best Friends for Life. There's a whole list of alkalizing, immune-boosting, anti-inflammatory ingredients. But for today, I've selected chickpeas, but not in the form that you will find the cheeky little chickpea. I mean, chickpeas. This is chickpea pasta. So sometimes it's about, you know, different forms, but still the same ingredients. And then also love our almonds, beautiful almond flakes. We have got some spinach here. This is baby spinach. We just soaked it in a little bit of hot water, and we are literally going to start adding it to this chickpea pasta. So this is our baby spinach. Why spinach? Well, it is alkalizing, full of fiber, plant-based protein. This is, you can either have spring onion, you can have, they call this little salad onions on the shelf as well. Just a few of those that we're going to be adding.
Okay, so what is your 3 things? Because I feel like you now have so many things. So everything. There's no specific
there's no top 3 for me, really. At the end of the day, every single ingredient that I use, it's mindfully put together so that we can make this phenomenal salad.
I see what you did there. Mindfully together. Mindfully eating. Okay, got it. And we're making an exotic chickpea.
Yes.
Tomato pasta.
That's
correct.
Yes.
The only thing exotic I like is my man, but okay, we're gonna learn today. Okay, so we got that in. We got the onion in, you said.
Yes.
The spinach, and then the chickpea pasta. So what's next?
So now over to our sun-dried tomato. We're just gonna add it in. Now, I love cooking with different textures and things. So if you're using the sun-dried tomato, then over to our exotic tomato. It's usually this vibrant
so the tomato is exotic
mix, darling.
Gorgeous.
Yes. So just adding that then to our salad as well. Like you can see those beautiful colors. And then we were talking about our rocket. What was the potent ingredient there for rocket? High in vitamin C that we're going to be adding. And then over to our flaked almonds. Almonds is an alkalizer. I love just adding it and sprinkling it over everything. So we're going to add that.
That looks so good.
And then parsley. I grew up on a farm and my mom used to, mom's a landscaper, dad's a farmer, and I used to thought parsley is that vibrant green herb my mom just sprinkles over everything. It's actually a potent anti-inflammatory as well. So it's got a mild peppery taste, just also going to add that. And then over to our salad dressing. Now here on my right hand side you can see we've got olive oil, we've got some raw honey, and then sesame seeds. We spoke about that earlier, also anti-inflammatory, high in fiber, so that's fantastic as well. And then garlic. Absolutely love garlic. I mean, it's such a great immune boosting ingredient. And another ingredient we don't have here today is actually avocados. Now the avocado season
say that again a bit louder for everybody. Avocado.
We can really avofy this salad actually to the next level.
Thank you, my best friend.
Yeah, you can really like sort of cream it up. So if you wanted to make this a creamy salad dressing, all you could have done was mashed up the avocado, pulp it a little bit with some almond milk, and then add it to this mix and then cream up this whole salad. Now again, I think we're going to be struggling with our honey here. Honey, antiviral, antifungal. A lot of people don't know the difference between raw honey and then processed honey, or the more common everyday honey on the shelf. Now it's important, if you're going to consume the honey for all the good reasons, make sure it is a raw one. All that in there. And then ground black pepper. Why do you think you add salt and pepper to your food? While I'm just adding it up. Just spice it up.
Is that true? No?
So ground black pepper actually helps you to absorb nutrients.
Okay.
And for that reason, you know, it's always good to mix it also with an oil base, especially if you use dishes that's, for instance, got turmeric, also in a fantastic anti-inflammatory that it's got in there, the curcumin. And then last, of course, our sesame seeds. And our garlic.
And that keyword, once again, is salad to 33728. You can get your hands on this recipe.
Yes.
And then we're going to mix it all together. I think Sam that's very excited. Shame, he's been here super early this morning, around the morning.
So sorry to interrupt you. I smelled something in the distance as I was working out, and I thought, can I please try it?
You can certainly. We're just mixing in the last. It's an exotic tomato chickpea salad, which it smells amazing, and it's all about the mindful eating that we're gonna be focusing on today. And you can literally get this in your pantry. 3 top ingredients, and now it's time to taste it out. Let's get into it.
Yes, please.
I know, I can see you really want to get in there.
Oh, we had a tough workout this morning, and this is the perfect post-workout meal.
Okay, I'm gonna get into this one, and you're gonna get into that one.
So how much, like, is this good enough for you, sir?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Let's get in.
All right, go for gold.
Go for gold. Oh, hello there. Fridays at its best.
Once again, that keyword is salad to 33728. As you can see, this one is just going in for the kill. But right now, guys, we're going to go to more eating. Happy Friday to everyone from Maidens Cove. As you can see, camps right at the back. And Raul just took it. I'm going to take this one. Bye, everybody.
So what am I stuck with?
Thank you so much, team. Jamie, having an awesome time out on the beach. I've been sitting in the eye of this little creative storm. The sound checks going on around me, freestyling going on around me, dude. I feel like I'm only getting to know you now. We've known each other for a while. Kanisa,
Hi,
man.
I'm Kanisa. How are you?
Kanisa, I'm Graham. Dude.
Hello, Rodney. How are you?
Rodney today. But first of all, just incredibly proud of how you've exploded this morning. It's been really, really awesome. Note to Self is the track you're going to be doing now.
Yes.
We often hear hip-hop stars talking to themselves, kind of reiterating power. Why did you feel the need to make a note to self? What was the motivation behind this?
Graham, I've been going through a lot, and I've been through a lot in my whole life, and I'm just reminding myself that, hey, it's okay, you've come this far, you know what I mean? So you need to keep going, keep pushing, because I get to moments where I'm like, why am I doing this? So then I decided, let me write the song just to remind myself. So you'll hear in the lyrics, from the start to the finish, it's like, baby Kanyisa, hey bro, this is where you started, and this is where you're at, so keep going. Don't care about what people say. Just keep going, do you, and you'll make it.
And the beautiful thing is you're only just getting started, brother.
It's only the beginning.
Just getting started. Well, without further ado, it's time for you to get Note to Self.
Can I hear you say nobody? Nobody. 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 Note to self. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Nobody else can make it for you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will, so you should, so you should. I try to be positive, streets are cold, so I find myself in the minus 0 degrees. Things got me sniffing like I got sinus. Swallow my pride, stuck in my chest. Give me the Heimlich, spitting some heat. Flow is so cold, I switch on the climate, blame me the beat. Can you stop bringing the light to show what you came here to see? Roll to my growly, telling my story, I'm destined to be. I know some people who be whatever you pay them to be. Give them some money to get a lift and they send me a seat. Give them a nod, cause these people acting could never be me. Been through some obstacles as a kid that you never believe. Daddy went Casper and pulled the ghost on our family tree. That's not a family to me. Note to self. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Let there be light, okay, I might be what God meant. I'm smelling my blessings, acting my guarantee God said. I'm getting too comfortable, need to put out this content. About to blow up, put out the bomb thread. Yes. Now to be honest, I ain't done things this whole year. It's time to get lifted and get the hell out the 4-year. Wait, never bananas, I'm gonna eat, I'm not gonna split. So while you waiting on this greatness, you gon' stand or you gon' sit. 4 years, I put the damn struggles, rivers right in my own tears. I'm swimming now, forget of my old fears. I always knew I was destined for more. Chilling with Ronda, we'll double bunking, we had to endure. Visiting cousins, I went to bed, so I slept on the floor. Tossed in the deep, so I dried myself and I stayed at the shore. It's a celebration when I'm winning. I don't even have to ask you to come. It's 600 when they ask where I'm from. Nobody else will make it for you. Man, nobody else will. Man, nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. So you should. So you should.
I do it big like I'm triple XL. If you only knew I'm on my own, like I'm petting the bell. 6300 diamonds, solo mission, I'm doing it well. And in the intermission, it's over, I'm ringing the bell. I got that school tuition paid for my little sisters who say I'm their only hope, so I'd hate if you got yourself in the way. Get out of here with your bad vibes. You're taking me honest, you're feeling hard with a landslide. Note to self.
Nobody else will make it for you. And nobody else will. And nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else will. Nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else. And nobody else will. So you should. So you should. Nobody else will make it for you. Nobody else. Nobody else will. So you should. So you should. So you should. Note to self.
Did that feel
great.
Did that feel great?
I feel good today.
To our backup crew, thank you so much for your surprises thrown in that mix as well.
Shout out to the band, too. Shout out to the band.
Beautiful ensemble, beautiful track. And of course, you said available to download.
Yeah, all streaming services, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, everywhere. My website, www.kanyisamusic.com.
Go and support local talent because it is awesome. We'll see you on the other side. Beautiful stuff.
Let me tell you something about goals. They start way before the celebration. Whether it's football, life, or money, they rise before the sun and race their way up, challenging the distance to the finish line. Because once they reach it, they want to exceed it. They open doors and raise their hands when life calls, personifying resilience and tenacity, and then committing to making a commitment. Everyone seems to know something about goals, but what no one will tell you is how difficult it is to just get going. So you want to know a secret about goals? The best way to achieve them is to start.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Friday morning. That has been absolutely fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed it. The freshest music, the freshest beat, the illest MC on the mic, dropping bars like Pulse More.
Bars like Baragwana Hospital.
Wow, you like that? Anyway, a quick time for us right now to update you on some of the latest news from the world of entertainment. And I think we're picking it up with coronavirus update.
Yes, it's got to do with coronavirus. Of course, the world is in virtual total shutdown at the moment due to practicing social distancing and self-quarantining. But we can't help but feel a little gloomy at some of the news about the spread of the coronavirus, and as well as the events and activities that we've had to sacrifice for the next, foreseeable while. And that's why what we've done this morning is we've decided to share some of the good news that has been circulating in the world of entertainment despite these very uncertain times, right? We'll start off with an actor who's very well known to be very philosophical in his way, Matthew McConaughey, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, he took to Instagram to share the analogy of social distancing as a red light, and that the green light is going to be built upon the values that we can enact right now. Values of, listen to this, and I love it, fairness, kindness, accountability, resilience, respect and courage. Those are important values that he's saying we must take to. And Lady Gaga also turned to Instagram and spread some positivity as well, writing, I think it's so important to acknowledge that we are and we must be a global, kind, singular community. My thought for the day is to accept that there will be times we feel powerless and out of control, but we can fill that space with kindness and be a part of the solution to a world problem. We then have control. I love that. And one way celebs are taking control of the situation is by reaching into their pockets, for example, to help those in need. If you take a look at people like Ciara, a musician, obviously, and her husband, Russell Wilson, they've donated $1 million to Seattle's Food Lifeline. I think that is such an incredible act. Absolutely, while encouraging others to support their local food banks. And many other stars are following suit. For example, Justin Timberlake donating to the Mid-South Food Bank in his hometown of Memphis in Tennessee. And the Modern Family star Eric also going on to making a sizable donation of 200,000 meals to his hometown of Kansas City through the community food distribution network, which is called Harvesters. And many people have turned to a life of hashtag Rona and chill, right? That's a big thing.
Rona, is that you, Rona?
Rona,
is that you, Rona?
Coco V.
Yeah, Coco V is in the house, man. Hashtag Rona and chill. And with film releases being delayed and movie theaters shut down, many films that were due to release to streaming services later this year will now be coming to the platform sooner than initially scheduled, which I think is great. So for those who hadn't gotten the chance to check out Frozen 2, for example, Star Wars, The Rise of the Skywalker, Birds of Prey, The Invisible Man, and Trolls World Tour in the cinemas yet, this means that you will be able to watch it from the comfort of your own home. You can stream it. I love it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Beautiful.
Because, I mean, you realize that this is actually quite a big shedding of revenue for these big film studios now releasing it to the public and saying, well, we were going to have a huge premiere, but now we can't gather anymore. So here's the entertainment. Enjoy it while we are all self-isolating and self-quarantining as a global community. So it's a real coming together, and what these stars are doing is,
I think, that.
Wow. And the online streaming services are also just banking on all of this, you know? But I guess...
I mean, someone's got to benefit at the end of the day. You pay for the online streaming service, but then you're getting the entertainment as well. So it helps
when you need it as well.
When you need it as well. Yeah. Rona and chill.
Rona and chill, hashtag. Now,
when are we doing it? When are we running?
I can't be isolating Luena.
Now, going from those staying at home due to government advisory to a group who are doing it for TV. Now, imagine being in complete isolation from the work right now while living off bare essentials and being monitored and captured on camera for 24 hours a day. To some extent, it sounds like the social distancing many around the world are practicing right now, but it's actually the show we've all come to love over the years, Big Brother. Now, the current season of Big Brother Germany, which consists of 14 housemates being followed around all day, is a reality show that does exactly this, while setting up challenges and attempting to live together with other housemates for 3 months. Oh, Now, however, the journey for these contestants started over a month ago when the COVID-19 pandemic was only reported in China with a few cases.
Okay.
However, since the worldwide spread and over 9,000 cases confirmed in Germany, and with the producers of the show receiving backlash from viewers for not informing the housemates, they decided to break the news of the spread of the virus on Tuesday evening. The host, Jochen Schropp, and the show's Dr. Andreas spoke to the remaining contestants behind a glass door to address their concerns, the virus symptoms, and the precautionary measures that they needed to adhere to while living in the house. Now, the producers initially did not want to alarm any housemates, but wanted to bring it to their attention without creating any panic. Cast members, some of whom greeted what must be shocking news with tears, were then also shown video messages from their family and friends who reassured them that they are okay and encouraged them to stay on Big Brother. This might be the safest place in Germany, one joked, which is practically true. And to be honest, it probably is definitely right now, as none of them had been in contact with the virus since the pandemic had started. How would you feel if you were in the Big Brother house and the producers don't alert you of what's happening in the real world?
Well, I mean, for one, I feel massively betrayed.
Yes.
I would want to know what is happening. Especially, I mean, it's not like, you know, goodness. It's just something that is so impactful and so affecting of human life. You need to know about this because you can't now be stepping out into the world after the entire competition.
And there's no one left.
You know what I mean?
There's no one. Imagine walking out.
Your family, your loved ones.
Crickets.
Because they're likely going to come out at the finale, you know, to no studio audience in celebrating their victory. Then they wouldn't understand, like, what is actually going on.
Exactly.
So I think very responsible action there from the producers.
And also the families are highly affected by this. So I would want to know if anything would affect my family.
Yeah, and are they okay?
Are they okay?
Exactly. Well, listen, that is a roundup of our entertainment news for this week. That's where we leave it. It's now just before 8 o'clock. Time for us to take a final look at what's happening in and around the world. Graham with the news.
Thanks so much, team. As we see in the final hour of the show, let's start with our national news. South Africa is among a group of countries, including Canada, France, Norway, Spain and Switzerland, that have committed to being part of a series of smaller vaccine trials, testing different methods and treatments to combat COVID-19. The World Health Organization says the development of a vaccine could take many months, but other treatments may be developed much sooner. The trial will be called the Solidarity Trial. More countries are expected to join the initiative soon. Then locally, the government last night announced strict new regulations to prevent price markups during the coronavirus crisis. Companies are not allowed to hike prices for a list of goods by more than the increase in the cost to produce these products. They're also not allowed to hike their profit margins on these products to above the average markups during the first 3 months of the year. Now, the list includes, amongst others, toilet paper, as expected, hand sanitizer, surgical gloves and masks, baby formula, disposable nappies, meat, chicken or fish, and bottled water. Then on the international front, rescue efforts are ongoing in Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos, after a gas pipeline exploded on Sunday, resulting in the death of at least 17 people. A spokesperson for the National Emergency Management Agency, Ibrahim Faranloya, said more than 100 houses had caught fire and many people were injured. Lorries, cars and motorbikes were also destroyed by the blast. Faranloya said the explosion was triggered when a truck hit gas bottles stacked up in a gas processing plant near a pipeline in the Abule Ado area of Lagos. Then to Europe, the French government said yesterday it will invest an extra 5 billion euros into scientific research programs over the next decade, with a fifth of that earmarked for the health sector to prepare the country for future epidemics. On top of this, the country will set up a 50 million euro emergency fund to tackle the current coronavirus pandemic. French President Emmanuel Macron said on Twitter that the COVID-19 crisis is a reminder of scientific research's vital nature and the need to invest massively for the long term. And now news of Mother Nature taking a short breath of very fresh air. As countries and their governments are increasingly urging their populations to self-isolate and stop all non-essential travel abroad because of COVID-19, tourist hotspots such as Venice are seeing hardly any visitors. And so Venice's canals are presently the clearest they've been in over 60 years, with swans and fish paddling and swimming around, and dolphins even being spotted down in the south of Italy. So apart from Venice, dolphins dolphins have also reappeared in the port of Cagliari and ducks in the fountains of Rome. So while we're all having obviously a tough time adjusting to self-isolation measures, just to spare a moment to acknowledge the small silver lining and celebrate Mother Nature's short breath of very fresh air, unimpeded by, of course, our incessant global travel. And that's where we leave our news headlines for now. Let's touch on our sport one last time. We continue with our Corona updates. In golf, the PGA Tour announced that South African golfer Victor Langer has tested positive for the coronavirus. The 26-year-old golfer competed in the Estrella del Mar Open in Mexico, but returned to South Africa on Sunday and tested positive on Tuesday. The statement from the PGA Tour added that Langer had no symptoms and is expected to make a full recovery after a period in quarantine at his home in Gauteng. Then on to football. Premier Soccer League Chairman Dr. Irvin Khoza, along with the PSL Board of Conveners, and that includes all 32 clubs, yesterday announced that the PSL will remain suspended due to fears over the spread of the virus. The PSL added that it will try to finish the 2019-2020 season by the 30th of June this year, but no new date has been set for the resumption of the fixtures as yet. And staying with football, all English football will be suspended until the end of April due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this includes all matches in the biggest football league in the world, the English Premier League. Liverpool currently sitting at the top of the table on 82 points, with defending champions Manchester City in second place, quite far adrift on 57 points. The Premier League and other English leagues will hope to finish the season wanting to avoid accepting the current standings as being final. And then on to motorsport. The 7th stop on the Formula One calendar, the Monaco Grand Prix, has now been cancelled in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. The 2020 Formula One season was scheduled to start at the Australian Grand Prix last weekend, but the season opener, along with the races in Bahrain, Vietnam and China, had already been called off, while the Dutch and Spanish races being postponed. Formula One organisers in Monaco concluded that it was just not possible to rearrange a date for their Grand Prix. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Friday morning and for the week. Let's see how the sport on our roads is looking with a traffic update.
Time for the last look at the traffic. Starting off in Gauteng, Denver, there has been an accident on the M2 westbound between Apollo Street and Cleveland Road. One lane is currently obstructed. Please keep a lookout for this. Down to the Western Cape, Maitland on the N2 inbound. There's a stationary bus before the M5 off-ramp obstructing the bus lane. Heavy delays are expected. Please be patient on the roads this morning. And lastly, Metro Rail Northern Line, the T3500, T3503 and T3580 will be the first trains to proceed following earlier defective points at Klapmats. Residual delays of approximately 60 minutes are expected. That's your 8 o'clock traffic roundup. It's time for the last look at the weather. Now, throughout the course of the morning, we have been asking you to send in your sunrise pictures. It's time to have the final look at those pictures. Thank you to Wendy Canterbury for your beautiful sunrise from Muizenberg, and Darling Mavo for your stunning orange skyline from George, as well as Pat Sankel for your bold one from Durban. And lastly, Gary Uka for your incredible sunrise picture from East London. Now, you know we love seeing those pictures, so make sure to keep them going, keep them flowing on our social media platforms using the hashtag Expresso Show. Now to have a look at the temperatures for the rest of the country, starting off in Polokwane. Heavy rainfall to be expected in that part of the region at 16 as the low, reaching a high of 27. High humidity from Mbombela at a maximum temperature of 30 degrees and a minimum of 18. A partly cloudy day in Pretoria with temperatures ranging from 16 reaching a high of 29. Johannesburg 15-26, Mahikeng 16-30, and Klerksdorp peaking at 31 degrees today with a low of 16. Kimberley is also a partly cloudy day with a low of 15 reaching a high of 32. Bloemfontein with a minimum of 13 reaching a maximum of 28. Northeasterly wind of 15 kilometers an hour in Richards Bay with temperatures from 22 as the minimum reaching a maximum of 33. Thunderstorms expected for Pietermaritzburg at 18 reaching a high of 31, and Durban 23-30 is your maximum. A couple of showers for Mthatha at 16 reaching a high of 28, so do not leave behind your umbrellas. East London 18 is your low. reaching a high of 26. Kledok 12:31, southwesterly wind of 26 kilometers an hour in Port Elizabeth with a low of 16 reaching a high of 24. George 14:22, and the coolest start to the morning is in Sutherland with a low of 8 and a high of 23. But an all-round sunny day in Sutherland today. The mother city, it's a partly cloudy one in Cape Town with a low of 15 reaching a high of 22. Sunny day in Worcester and high humidity with a high of 27 and a low of 14. Springbok 11:29, also a sunny day, and the highest temperature in the country is in Uppington with a maximum of 34 and a minimum of 16. Now remember, whatever the weather is in your part of the country, make sure to have yourselves a fantastic Friday morning.
And we're off to a fantastic start here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Why? Because Easter is around the corner. I can already start feeling it over here. We've got our little helpers who've had so much fun this morning trying to find the treasure, because the Easter Bunny has been in the Expresso studio and has hidden many goodies for us to find. What have you found, Layla? What is that? A chocolate. You've already had one as well, right? And show me quickly, what does your chick do? How does it work? Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is absolutely fantastic, and I can tell you guys have been having so much fun with it. Stella, what else have you found, my love? Ooh, eclair chocolate. Can you eat them? Oh, of course you can eat the chocolates. Okay, but before you eat the chocolate, maybe before you get into this one, you guys are getting closer and closer to the treasure, okay? Because we've been working so hard this morning. Hey, Zara, we've all been working so hard this morning. And so now we're about to find out our third clue. Are you guys ready to find out what the third clue is? Okay, pay attention, listen, all right? You're getting closer to the treasure for sure. Now, make sure you look closely behind the beauty room door. Okay, that sounds like a giveaway, right? It sounds to me like we know exactly where to go. Are you ready to go? Let's go find it, guys. Bring your goodies, come with me. The Crazy Store has made this all so fun, and of course you can shop any of these accessories and chocolates at any one of their 375 Crazy Stores across the country. After you, ladies, follow the footsteps. Follow the footsteps. Oh yes, you're on the right track. Let's see, okay. Let's see. Ooh, open the door. Open the door. What's behind the door? What's behind the door? Layla, what's there? Show me, show me. Oh, it's Auntie Bernice with the goodies. Are you the Easter Bunny?
No, not today.
So the Easter Bunny has left some stuff with you?
Yes, I come bearing gifts, and this little basket is for you.
Ah, Layla, look at that. You have found the treasure. I love it. Can you even carry all of it? It must be heavy. Is it heavy, Layla? No, not heavy at all. You dropping your goodies. Everyone's filled their baskets up. It's so much fun. And this is the fantastic thing about it. The Crazy Store really does make it that easy to get involved with Easter and get the entire family having fun and interacting with it. And you ladies have had fun with it this morning, haven't you? Yeah, you have had lots of fun. Okay, you have lots of Clet chocolate in your baskets. Who are you going to be sharing it with? Layla, who are you sharing with?
My sister.
Which one? This one?
Sister.
Oh, you got another sister you're going to share with. And then Stella, who are you sharing with? Your mom and dad. Fantastic. I love that.
My mother and my dad and my sister.
And then who are you sharing with?
My mommy, my big sister Lila, and my daddy. And my maid.
Oh, I love it.
And my maid.
And your maid. I absolutely love it. Well, get involved. Go to a Crazy Store near you. There's 375 of them across the country. Make sure that this Easter, you are not missing out on all of the action. Of course, chocolate is the real trophy when it comes to Easter egg hunts. But of course, maybe you can go to our Facebook page as well, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. Find our competition post for the Crazy Store that's related to Easter. And who knows, you stand a chance to win a 500 Rand shopping voucher, Easter a hamper rather, not a voucher, a hamper that's going to get you having the best Easter out there. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Is anyone going to share with me? Okay, no, I'll find my own Easter eggs. Thank you, guys. Get entering. Come, guys.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. Happy Friday, and thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, of course, last week on Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao, you would have seen that the episode ended off on a bit of a cliffhanger with our first long life ceremony where hashtag Team Cool Red came out on top, earning themselves a valuable advantage in the game. And this week, Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao left viewers feeling all sorts of emotional, and as we said goodbye to one of their very beloved teams, Team Orange, and of course, Team Tropical's memories were tested in the elimination challenge, and unfortunately, Boer and Janeska from Team Orange found themselves losing, and then they became the first team to be eliminated from this season of Tropical Island of Treasure. It was a sad moment, and I think I still feel the reverberations of that sadness all across the Twitter sphere when people look at videos of Boer and Janeska. I don't know, have you guys been watching the show at all?
Yeah, we have. But they had fun with it. Even though they were leaving, they still had, you know, their sense of humor intact, which I thought was really cool. I've seen that coming through on their social media as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you guys developed any kind of affinity to any one of the teams?
Not yet. I like, from knowing Boer beforehand, I was like, they're going to be my favorite, and just that was funny in there.
Yeah.
So I think that made it kind of worse that they got voted out. But I've kind of got a favorite, but I don't know if it's because they just like they come out as dominant.
And
they just look strong. Team Red just look.
Team Cool Red for you?
Yeah, they kind of look like they're up for it.
Yeah. I can understand that. I can agree.
Mango Peach.
Team Mango Peach.
Mango Peach.
What else have you seen?
I think Nadia's team, Cool Red. Yeah? I agree with Graham. There's something about, there's a strength that they present with when they go in as a team.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think that they're going to go far.
It's not just like the physical element. I mean, they seem upper, but they're competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. But everyone at this stage of the game is very competitive. You would have seen that Team Mango Peach has also been putting their hands up for some of those top positions on the leaderboard. What? But anyway, so speaking of memory, I want to test out your memories over the past 3 weeks of the show. It's
going to be
so as per normal, I'm going to need a sound from each one of you, like a buzzer sound.
Hey! That's nice.
Tabzi?
Ka!
Like a cow and chicken.
Island, like an island.
I'll be listening out for the sound at the end of my questionable inflection. Questionable inflection? Questioning inflection? Probably. All right, here we go. Question number 1. You have 2 minutes for this entire thing. Here we go. What new element was introduced in this season of Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao?
Long
I
life
heard
charms.
cow.
That's it.
Long life charms. You are in there. You are in there, definitely. Question number 2. What advantage do long life charms offer? How?
They give the winning team or those possessing 30 seconds of lead time in the final round.
Wow, yes, that's absolutely correct,
What a
Graham.
technical response as well. I think you read
Question number 3. Which team is currently at the top of the scoreboard? Scoreboard?
Mango Peach.
Well,
and Team Red. It's a tie, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no, it's Team Mango Peach. So I'll give it to you because you would have gotten it wrong anyway.
Well,
you got to wait for the inflection of the question, guys. So it's 2-1 to Graham with Tabiso on 0. What team did hashtag Team Orange imitate on social media? What team gave us a lot of drama in episode 2 when they fought over points giving ceremony? And which team was it? Hey?
Kay and
What's the official team?
and Claudine.
Huh? Kay and who?
What's her name?
Okay, Bing, let's just take over here.
Caldine. I'll give you Kay.
What's the actual team name?
Peach. All right, here we go. 40 seconds to go. What's the most curious creature on the island of Curacao?
I feel like
you've seen a lot of
peacock.
them. You got to give
Bing.
Yeah?
A peacock?
No, it's not a peacock.
Flamingo.
No, close. We've seen a lot of them crawling on the sand.
Iguana.
Iguana is the right answer. I think that's 1 for Tabzi. Here we go. Which team did Team Orange lose the memory challenge to? Hey.
Usim and Usia.
Yeah. I'll Team Tropical.
Team
That's
Tropical,
2.
yes.
This could be the settler. How many teams got disqualified in the first challenge during episode 3? Bing. 2 teams. Unbelievable. With that, after 8 questions, we've got 2 apiece. That's incredible. Can we have a round decider with question number 9? Please, producers. Yes, I'm getting the nod. Okay.
But I feel like I've won already.
No, you've got 2.
Well, you've got this coming.
No, you got 2.
No, you got 2, ma'am.
Right?
Give me
2 all round.
indigestion. It's so
Auditors,
tense, man.
our auditors say that it's 3 all round. So this is the decider, ladies
so
and
tense.
gentlemen. Question number 9. I'll be
My
listening
voice
quickly.
ahead of yours.
Who is in Team Pineapple? Bing was first.
It is Boer and Janeska.
That's incorrect.
That's Team Orange,
Pineapple is... I need to think about it quickly.
I'm giving you a 5.
Oh! There is no pineapple.
Bing,
bing, bing. No, you didn't say your sound. She didn't say her sound. She did not say her sound. She did not say
She had the right of way.
Did you say the sound?
She had the right
Did you say the
of way.
sound?
Setu and Dando Duma.
Absolutely correct, and the winner is Kusha Adams.
But this competition stuff is quite tense, eh?
The disappointment that is on Tabiso's face right now is so memorable.
But you know we don't win
After that
anything.
podcast. Hey, listen, I'll leave the last question for you at home. We'll post this up on our Facebook page. What day and time is the repeat of Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao? Let us know on Facebook, which I'm sure you do know anyway. But thanks for playing along. Make sure that you do catch that.
What noise does an iguana make? What is it?
Listen, if you want to find out more about Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao and what went down this week's in this week's episode, do catch the repeat tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on SABC 3. Nothing smoother.
Find your smooth fortune with Tropica. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes, such as a trip for 2 with KLM to Amsterdam, LG G8X cell phones, LG TVs and dishwashers, guest vouchers, guest watches and accessories, plus the smooth grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Here on Expresso, we love celebrating local talent. In fact, we put out a poll on Twitter for you, our Expresso family, to nominate a musician you think should be featured on the show. The poll is in, and the artist you nominated, the artist you think deserves the spotlight, is hip-hop artist Black Ace from Rustenburg.
Roll up and blow up, say what? I'ma roll up and blow up, say what?
What's up? My name is Black Ace and I'm the Expresso Show Beats Uncovered Featured Artist of the Week.
Remember them days when we would fight about payment, stuck in the days, just stuck in the maze. Trying to grow up, but I'm stuck in my ways. But every day I dedicate to do better.
I am a rapper from Rustenburg. I'm primarily started off as a freestyle rapper. Used to kick freestyle ciphers in high school, and then I transitioned that into the music, and then started steadily figuring out how to actually get the song creating process perfected.
For the elevation, now I'm fixing my flaws. God's plan, honestly, is bigger than yours. In the seas of the rap, I'm a shark with the jaws.
My sound is broad. Like, my versatility is actually broad because I grew up listening to B.I.G., Nas, KRS-One, Jay-Z. I grew up on the old classical stuff. And then when I transitioned into actually listening to the mainstream, I actually adapted to how to rap with the old school flow on the new sounds.
Son, do what you love, stay away from the drugs, the music get you pumped. Break a leg for the stage, you don't need a crutch. You walk up, you walk tall, I'ma walk it like a talk. You see it all a profit, we done doubled up the profit.
With my music, I just want people to speak their truth, because especially as a rapper, when you start out basically rapping about a facade, an image that doesn't exist, because that's what you see on TV and that's what you perceive as the realest. But I just want my music to show people that, yo, you can rap about where you are or make music about where you are. It doesn't have to be glitz and glamour, because the glitz and glamour aren't every day, you know? Everyday life needs everyday music, music that connects with your emotions, that connects with what you do on a day-to-day. The biggest thing is relation. So that's why I want my music to teach people that, yo, you just speak your truth.
Just to get the buzz, just to get the rush, just to get in touch with the sound till it's around you like a home theater. I remember when mama was in theater, came out and told me, son, do what you love, stay away from the drugs, the music get you.
My plans for this year are really to just do the most, to do everything, and I've actually just dropped a single with Luna Florentino titled 24. So it's dope track. It's like a mixture of, it's like the 90s and 2020 came together and like just made a beautiful musical baby. To find out what I'm gonna be doing more this year, you can just follow me on Twitter at BlackAce_Z. @blackace_za. On Instagram @blackace_za. On Facebook, you can find me as Rorisang Black Ace Mohapi or under Black Ace Sessions. And shout out to everybody who voted to get me here. Thank you for the love and the support. Peace.
Say what? I'ma roll one and blow one. Say what? I'ma roll one and blow one. Say what?
Oh, that is just so cool.
You were saying a great way of getting to know an artist's mind and their soul and their music and understanding it on another
But so often, especially in hip-hop, which is so competitive, just getting that little leg up, that foot up, just having one producer hear you, one other established artist see you, hear a hook, say, hang on a minute, I'd like to work with that kid. That's where it all begins.
Absolutely.
You know, we see it live on the show all the time.
Absolutely.
So, it's a good canisa
Would you like
this
a cup
morning.
of coffee, by the way?
I would love a cup of coffee.
Just Princess, please, if you don't mind.
And can I thank you? She gave me a muffin earlier that saved
I saw that. I was like, did you pack it into your lunchbox?
I just chowed it like in North.
What happened there, Sis Princess? How come the rest of us aren't getting muffins?
Saved my life.
Sis Princess Nyabuz, why are the rest of us not getting muffins?
You gotta put in the work, man.
Don't worry, kid.
You gotta put in the work.
What kind of work? I've been working all morning long. What are you talking about? What kind of work do I gotta put in?
Hey?
I'm not okay with this.
Hey, no.
I would really like a muffin, please.
Everyone has a favorite, man. Don't worry.
Oh, is he your favorite? Sis Princess?
Yes.
You can
Rise and shine. There's no better way to wake up other than with Mackie D's for breakfast. Download the McDonald's app for delicious daily deals and start your day the right way. Who says second-hand is second best? At Cash Converters, you can buy top brands at bargain prices and sell your goods for instant cash.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday morning. JP Sebastian has just sat right next to me for us to discuss the effects of COVID-19 and the coronavirus on the film industry. As we heard earlier on during our entertainment news report, that some big film studios are planning to release some of their biggest box office hits of the year on streaming sites, given the fact that there won't be any red carpets, there won't be any big premieres, so they still want us to enjoy the entertainment that they've produced, and so that's a way in which they're doing it. And I kind of like what that means and what that represents.
Well, especially if it's something that encourages social distancing.
Yeah.
So there's it's not so bad as a trade-off necessarily, but I'll get more into the meat and potatoes about the streaming a bit later. Firstly, let's just talk about the calendar.
Okay.
So my job is made very difficult. But look, first of all, on all jokes aside, I'm not trying to belie the human tragedy that this is. I'm not doing an entertainment segment here. All we're trying to do is, behind these hard numbers and these products, obviously this should just be indicative of how seriously we all should be taking this.
Absolutely.
I should be sitting like Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction at all times, or like leaning back like Neo in The Matrix.
All right.
But postponements.
Postponements of the year. A Quiet Place 2, which was originally set to be in our cinemas on the 20th
Yes, there
of
are
March.
so many indefinites now, and all of the Disney products, including Mulan, and Black Widow have been put down to indefinite. No Time to Die is now down in November 25th. James Bond, that was the first movie to make the move. Good for them, I suppose, but also just business sense. And then Fast and Furious 9, a lot of South Africans will be have to get the entertainment. Hopefully we'll all be out of quarantine by a year from now. April 2021 is when we get to
gracious. Wow.
go.
I was really looking forward to Mulan.
Quarter mile at a time. Mulan I was so keen for. But, you know, responsibility is the main thing. Let's talk about the box office impact.
Yeah. What's been happening? How many dollars and millions have been lost?
I'll talk to you just in percentages because that will simplify and you know, focus our mind on how big this problem is. Let's talk about a major market like the United States. Down 45% weekend on weekend. Last weekend
on weekend.
So previous weekend, 45% up. Now R1 million gone to, and yes, those are all numbers. But if you take as factors what they say in the credits of these movies, that it created 15,000 jobs a movie, that it also just creates, you know, a way for people to let down their hair once in a while. This is culturally and then also just not just economically, but socially, like, man, that's serious stuff. To America, by the way, that 45%, that is the lowest in 20 years, nominally. In real terms, which is to say, what does a cup of coffee buy you for? What does $1 buy you, you know, in 2020 versus back then? This is the worst for America since the 80s.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But Chinese theaters will be opening soon. Maybe that will give everyone a bit of a boost and give us a bit of a jog. Also, production on movies have been
exactly, because I mean, obviously these movies are being produced year on year, month on month, for there to be a constant flow.
You've got a camera person next to a lighting guy, next to a sound lady, next to etc. And so the
action sequences, sweat all over the place, screaming in people's faces. You can't have that. So as a result, I'm sure they
I can tell you're looking for some warm-blooded action these days compared to the quarantine.
Good.
So yeah, maybe.
What are you trying to say, JP Sebastian?
Oh, what? No, I was talking about Fast and Furious. I don't know what Fast you were talking about. Or then Mission Impossible, which 7 of these obviously images from the old movies. Jurassic World Dominion has been pushed. These are all indefinite. They were still filming. All the avatars, in fact, all the sequels, the Batman, which we were just bragging about the car in the face, and Matrix 4, The Little Mermaid, which obviously is not going to look like the lady in the picture. Major productions, obviously, sets of 300 people, all being put on hold.
Wow. And what has the cinema and moviegoer response been as a result?
Cinemas, first thing they tried in Italy was a distancing, like a very immediate distancing. Only booking 2 seats, and in fact, that's what South African cinemas are now trying at the outset. I'd still recommend, however, that we, observe social distancing.
Yeah.
So your tickets are automatically booked to give you spacing between people.
Okay.
Maybe that puts some of you at rest. South African cinemas have also promised hand sanitizers on site.
Okay.
And half-an-hour rub-downs of surfaces, that's according to one of the distributors, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but from the studio point of view, the movie studio
now we get into the streaming story. So Universal Studios, and they use obviously this tight marriage between cinemas and studios for the longest time. And now they're going, well, let's experiment with a break and actually experiment with streaming, compete with some of the large streaming services. Universal has now moved stuff like Trolls, stuff like even The Invisible Man, which is still out, Emma, which came out last week, to video on demand.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
And while all of that feels nice and whatever, we have to talk about price gouging. So per ticket might cost X in the United States on average. They calculated 2X per rental of 48 hours. Now, that's already, clean profit being made off the rental of that movie. Then on top of that, you have the thing that the cinema would have usually taken a share and the studio another share. Now the studios get a larger share and they get larger prices. Compare, for example, in China, one of their gigantic big hitters, equivalent to Avengers for China.
Okay.
A movie called Lost in Russia. They released that on streaming, and I was like, okay, obviously, it's business sense, it's marketing element to it as well. They'll get more subscribers, etc. And they gave it free of charge, something that should have made R1 billion, with a note attached to it saying, enjoy this movie with your mom at home, stay safe.
Oh, man. Well, maybe they should all be doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what does the year ahead then hold for cinema?
So once we're all through this, and I promise you, let's all go to the movies together. Let's hug in the movies. Let's cough and sneeze on each other.
Once
this is done.
No, even then, don't.
I'm open-minded. So we still do have some very good things to look forward to. Wonder Woman 1984. I will watch the dumbest movies. I don't even care. June the 1st.
Soul's going to be good.
Soul is going to be beautiful. Jamie Foxx, June 19th, is still on track. Top Gun Maverick. Please, we need the biggest screens possible, guys. Let's all stay healthy, let's social distance, and let's care for our elderly and immunocompromised. Tenet, Dune.
Is that Denzel Washington Jr.?
No, yes.
Oh, yes, spotted him behind that mask. Get inside. I'm a big fan, but like just of his face and his acting style, I still need to get his.
So while we, like to have a giggle and a laugh, we'll get through this together. Guys, social distance, wash your hands. Please take care of your elderly and your immunocompromised, and write that script about viruses if you have to.
There we go. Inspiration abounds. Thank you very much, JP Sebastian.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now to more movies. If you are wondering if you are interested in what it feels like to be a South African, and arguably one of the most thought-provoking movies right now that are out there called Morphe, ones that will definitely challenge you, you know, in
your thinking.
It
is absolutely fresh. It is based on an autobiographical novel by Andre Carl van der Merwe. It's an excellent observed point of view, and we're going to be checking it out hopefully a little bit later on. Right now, though, go top up your coffee cups. We'll see you in a bit.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to the Feel Good Breakfast Show, a Friday morning, and of course it's been an absolutely crazy week to say the least.
Yeah, it has.
Like me, you're probably looking for some reason and any excuse to have some good comfort food for tonight, maybe even having to self-isolate, you know, give you a bit of comfort and warmth from the inside out. So we're talking about a very delicious Canadian concoction of potato, fries, gravy and melted cheese known as Poutine.
Ooh.
Yeah, so for our version, we're adding some Clover Classic mayo for extra creaminess. And I'm going to wash my hands as well because it's very important to sanitize and to make sure that everything is as clean as possible. Washing your hands for about 20 seconds before you're going to be preparing food. Clean surfaces all around. What you got going in there,
So right now I'm busy frying my onions in butter and it smells absolutely delicious. We have simple ingredients. This is quick to make pre-baked fries. We have your salt and pepper, garlic, homemade gravy, and of course the classic mayonnaise is the new to Clover Classic range and is available in 3 levels of tanginess, mild, medium, and of course strong. And we have chosen to go with the medium one right now.
I've actually never asked you this before, but are you quite strong in the kitchen at home?
I'm not strong at all, but I can cook.
You can cook. What does that mean? So you're not strong, but you can cook. What can you cook?
I make delicious food, like the things that I know how to make. I make
Which are?
Stew, beef stew, for example. I know how to make that. I know how to make.
I love how you call it stew. Like
stew.
When you say stew, it sounds more delicious than like when you say beef stew, it's ordinary.
I've made
Got beef stew.
And.
You know what I mean?
Wow,
you okay there?
Okay, I'm all right.
Grand?
So I've just put in my garlic, okay? I've just put my garlic and my onions, and they're actually cooking quite nicely.
I'm ready to help.
Oh, please. Now you can...
the way you just ran away from that pan. We're going with the gravy first, right? Homemade gravy?
Yes, homemade gravy. Do you know how to make gravy?
Well, a bit of tomato, onions would be good, salt and pepper obviously for seasoning, a little bit of sugar to bring out the sweetness as well, salt and pepper going in now. That's basically I think how I would make a homemade gravy. I mean, you could also add like a vegetable stock to that as well.
Oh,
that
yes.
would give it
I love that.
a little bit of something around it.
That's how I always start my meals.
Your cookings, yeah?
Yeah, more. So we're going to put why are we...
No, because, you know, the thing is, I was concentrating so much on the conversation we were having, I tried to put this 3rd cup measure, 80 milliliters, through the opening of the container, and it just wouldn't fit. And then I realized actually pouring it in is a...
It's a better option. So don't be like, I'd rather pour it in than try to force it in. It's not going to work out too well.
I think that might have been caught on close-up first time round. That's why one of our cameramen just...
Camera 5 is busy laughing at you right now. But anyways, so after we do that, we're going to stir.
Give it a good stir. And you can already see the creaminess just making it to
also smells quite delicious. Would you go, which level of tanginess would you go for?
I must be honest, when it comes to my mayo, I prefer a mild tanginess because I never like it to be overpowering because like especially if you're going to be using it something like a burger, if you've created a sauce, then I always want the balance of the flavors to be there where you can taste as much of everything as possible. When one flavor overpowers, then it's a bit too much for me. Winner?
I'll go for the medium one as well, actually.
Exactly.
For pretty much the same reasons. I don't want anything to overpower anything. You want to experience all the ingredients. But also now, the key word is, of course, clover to 33728. Remember that SMSs cost R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. And all T's and C's, you can go to expressoshow.com. I keep on pushing these utensils to the side, but okay.
So nice and warm. You're going to then take your pan over to your freshly made fries.
Yes.
Then just give it a good spreading over there. Make sure it covers as much as possible. This is, the more sauce, the better as well.
It really is. And then after this...
Oh, my word, yeah?
You place it in the oven, okay.
Well, you got to get the cheese on first.
Oh,
right?
You're absolutely right.
So you're going to get some of the cheese on. Go ahead, please. Hands are clean, so we're all good over there. I'll make sure that the flame is...
How much cheese do you like? Do you like it really cheesy?
Go overboard. Go overboard. Go as much as you can. And then in the oven for how long?
For about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the cheese is going to melt pretty quickly. Everything else is cooked. The gravy was good. The sauce is good. The chips are done. Yeah, there we go. Some crispy onions you can add to it as well. After 15 minutes, you pull it out of there, add some more crispy onions on top, and of course, some of the beautiful garnishing just to give it a beautiful look as we have over there. So you can go over there and place it in the oven. SMS the keyword clover to 33728. Try it out at home. Try out this lovely and delicious Poutine, Canadian favorite.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
There we go. SMS the keyword clover to 33728 and you can get the ingredients list sent to you so you can try out this poutine.
Do you want to taste?
I would love to. Yes, please.
I'll dish up for the both of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful way of getting the weekend started, especially if you are fortunate enough to not have to go to work. Maybe this could be a good breakfast.
Breakfast?
Why not?
Not even like a snack during lunchtime or anything.
No, I'm saying you're out of bed, you've just had your coffee.
Okay.
And now imagine your kitchen steaming with the beautiful and delicious warmth of this poutine.
Okay. Don't mind the presentation, okay?
No, not to worry at all. There we go. Thank you.
Pleasure. And you know what I was saying earlier on?
Which is?
You can also spice it up. Bacon and chili, I think also would just take it to the next level.
Definitely add that to it as well. Come on. Okay, let's try this. Oh, it's gorgeous.
I thought you were going to do that facial expression.
No, but it's
This continues here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Okay, guys. Stella, I see you have some rings there. What's happening?
A new sense of fashion.
Oh, you got a new sense of fashion? Okay, so guys, we're going to share. We've agreed we're all going to share, right? I'm keeping the big ones out of every single one of your baskets. No? No? But we're family.
Fine.
Don't you want to be my family?
No, if you're a chick.
Eh?
Everyone's family.
Everyone is family, and family shares, right?
You're not taking my big bunny.
Okay, I won't take the big bunny, but we're going to share the little ones, right?
Fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make this next clue really difficult. So what we're doing here is I can have the other eggs, but not the big ones. Okay, cool, that's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. But of course, it's the Easter spirit that we're carrying through here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, because the Crazy Store, at all of their 375 stores, they're making it easy for you, whether it's clit chocolate, which you're looking for, which is quality chocolate. It's absolutely amazing. Or you're looking for all those nice accessories like the bunny ears and tails and a whole lot more. You can get them and you can check them out on crazystore.co.za. But of course, you can also go and visit them in store. Guys, I've got your fourth clue ready here with me. Do you want to hear what your fourth clue is? Okay. The next place is always cold and full of good eats. Maybe this is where you'll find your Crazy Store Easter treats. It's always cold and full of good eats. Can you think of what this thing is?
The kitchen? The kitchen?
The kitchen? What do you think, Leila?
Kitchen.
Kitchen? Stella, are you sure? Okay, come with me. Let's go. Let's go find out. Woo, okay, cool. Okay, I can see that the Easter Bunny has been here. Look at all those footprints over there leading us into the kitchen. Let's see. I'm going to open the door over here. Hold on. Okay, come in, Stella. Oh, look at all these footprints. I don't know where they're leading to. Okay, so the place is always cold, guys. Always cold and full of good eats. Oh, the Easter Bunny was climbing up the fridge, it seems. Ooh. I think open it. Do you want to open it? Oh, okay, I'll open it. Okay, let's see. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. The Easter Bunny's made it really difficult. Look at that! It is all the treasure. We found it, guys. Go wild, go crazy. You've got chocolates in here. You've got all sorts of baskets there. There you go. Oh, we're gonna need a few more helpers here with all of this. Look at that. Zara, this is insane. Okay, so definitely no need to share with me anymore because I found my own treats here as well, right, guys? Oh, yeah, I've got a whole packet. That's right. Have you got a packet? Have you? No, you haven't. Okay, I'll share with you. I will share with you. Okay, listen, we're running a competition for you out there at home. If you want to be a part of all this crazy fun with the Crazy Store, go on our Facebook page and look out for the Crazy Store competition post where you stand a chance of winning a 500 Rand Crazy Store hamper. It's absolutely amazing. You can see the kids are going to go wild and crazy over it. This is absolutely amazing. And the terms and conditions, you can find them on expressoshow.com. But of course, the clit chocolate for me has to be the ultimate standout, right? No, you're going to have to throw a party now, hey? You're going to have to throw like a self-quarantine party at home.
I'm going to a sleepover tomorrow.
You're going to a what?
A sleepover with my friend tomorrow.
Well, now you know what you're taking to the sleepover, right? And you guys, where are you going? Who are you going to share that with?
I'm going to share with Gabby.
Gabby? You've got some treats coming your way. Who are you sharing with?
I'm going to share with
you, friends.
Paul and Gabby.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Listen.
Friends and family.
Friends and family, and that's it.
And we've emptied the fridge.
We've emptied the fridge. Okay, you guys look over there. Look over there and wave. There. Over there. There. Let's wave at everybody. Treats coming your way. Go on that Facebook post for the Crazy Store.
Really
Comment on it and stand a chance to win that 500 Rand Crazy Store hamper. Of course, you can also shop these at all of their 375 stores nationwide. Cheers. Ooh.
Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Thank you so much, you absolute cutie pies, and I'm getting overwhelmed with excitement. Just driven into studio, something completely funky, something so cool. The styling is awesome. We're about to reveal a very special little present, courtesy of Suzuki. I'm going to give you just like the quickest of sneak peek. Okay, give them just a little peek, just a little, just a little, no, that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. We'll do the reveal on the other side of a quick break. It is looking absolutely awesome. Cannot beat. Wait to introduce you to something. Give them another, just another little one. No, that's enough.
Thanks to you, Crush has donated 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need across South Africa. Keep celebrating goodness with us. Buy a Crush and follow the details on the pack for a chance to win cash prizes and school fees. Crush, share the goodness.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso and your timing is pretty good. The time has arrived. Time to reveal the big secret Tobiso has been hiding from us all week. We saw a little sneak peek of him and his brand new toy from Suzuki, beautifully covered under wraps. So we asked you guys to guess what Suzuki model is under that cover. Let's take a look at some of your comments that we received. Carol Ann Small guessing it's the new Suzuki Expresso. Samuel Makota guessing it's the Suzuki Vitara. Samira Rajkumar saying, also guessing it's the new Suzuki Expresso. Erin's January guessing it's the Suzuki Ignis 2020 model. Grant Devaneer also guessing the new Suzuki Expresso. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like most of you are pretty much on the money. It's time now to reveal exactly what is underneath that bow. Are you ready to take it away? Where is he? Where is Tobiso? Where has Tobiso gone?
Guys, come, Brendan, we have arrived. We've reached our destination. And here we are, guys. Here it is. It is the all-new Suzuki Expresso! Oh, yes, and it is all ours here on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is absolutely fantastic. Brendan is here with me to unveil and reveal this car to all of you. And Brendan Carpenter, of course, is the brand manager for Suzuki South Africa. Brendan, this is such a cool car.
Well, for the first time ever on TV, the car live, yes.
Well, look at this. What a way to launch a car to a whole big number of people watching right now at home across South Africa. But this is definitely going to change the way that we do all our gravel traveling, right? And our gravel terrains. It's going to be a different experience altogether. Tell us more about the Suzuki Expresso. I'm really excited about it.
Well, yes, it was launched just on Wednesday here in beautiful Cape Town.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had a bit of a situation during our launch to bring it to all our viewers online, so I hope they saw it there.
Yeah.
And yes, one that really resonates with our target market to have the vehicle here and to put it through its paces in an online environment.
I have to ask you about the naming of this car. Did you name it specifically because you wanted to launch it here on Expresso? You thought Espresso, or what was the idea behind the naming of the car?
Well, one would almost think that, that we all sat around a table and brainstormed some names. But yes, there's two elements to it. First of all, obviously, just like an espresso cup of coffee, this vehicle presents a lot of value, features and character in a small, exciting package, just like an espresso coffee. And then secondly, it plays on the phrase to express yourself.
Yeah.
So it gives you the unique identity and styling that people demand in this segment as well.
It is so full of character and such a beautiful crossover mini SUV. But tell me, what does it bring to the table? Or should I say, what does it bring to the fast lane?
You know, especially in this segment, it brings a fresh new alternative to a budget vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, it has some of the characteristics of our Suzuki, other models like the Jimny and the Vitara, and it's now an entry point into that compact SUV segment for the Suzuki brand.
I absolutely love it. Okay, so the thing is, crossover mini SUVs have grown so much in popularity over the last couple of years, especially in South Africa. They are perfect for our roads, right? Because our roads can be so different. But why are they so popular today, these mini SUVs? What makes them such a thing?
Well, I think it's a combination of all factors. One, like being style and design. People like something that is almost a jack of all trades. You know, gives you the practicality of SUV, so increased interior space and boot space. And also some off-road credibility, you know, one that, you know, you can take on an adventure, let's say, 15 to 150 kilometers outside of home, you know, just make the road less traveled.
Okay, I'll tell everyone this, is I went on a drive with you when we launched the car just during this week on Wednesday, and this was absolutely fantastic, getting to interact with all the features and cool gadgets and things that you've loaded onto this car that come as absolute standards. But maybe you want to let everyone in on what it is that you've loaded this car with. What are some of the special and cool features that we can find here?
Well, obviously you have some of your standard features, you know, like front electric windows, power steering, aircon, all those things that you'd expect a modern car to have. But two features that really stand out, first of all, is the personalization option. As you can see in the interior here, you've got orange interior accents to actually complement the orange exterior, and that's all customizable. Then also the touchscreen infotainment system that has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all of those features.
Don't mind me. Okay, I'll tell you something, guys. One of the other things that I absolutely loved about this car is its infotainment screen, which comes standard. And here it is inside the car. And it's so cool because it gives you all the dials and all the access to navigation or connectivity to your phone, checking out the radio, changing music, connecting all sorts of things to your infotainment system. This is so cool. What else have you got besides this infotainment system that you think people might look forward to?
Well, what's coupled with this is also a reverse camera. And, you know, often it's quite difficult to parallel, well, not parallel park, but also like alley dock. So the reverse camera together with a rear park distance control really enables that to the buyer as well.
This is fantastic. So when you're reversing, you can actually see what you're reversing into on that screen, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so Brandon, let's get down to pricing. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what this is going to cost them. What do they go for?
Well, we are very happy to announce that this is the most affordable vehicle, new vehicle in South Africa.
No, don't lie. Please say that again.
The most affordable vehicle in South Africa.
One more time, please, Brendan.
The most affordable vehicle in South Africa.
Wow. Okay, and you get all of this with it. Okay, so how much does the new Expresso cost?
Well, it starts at 134,900, and then the version with the touchscreen audio starts at 139,000. So let's say just below 140,000 rand.
Wow. from just 130,000 rand, you could find yourself sitting on the passenger or the driver's seat if you have a driver's license of the brand new Suzuki Expresso. This is absolutely fantastic, and it's going to change the game altogether. In fact, not going to, it's already landed on our South African shores. It's here. We've got it here. It's definitely a game changer of note. Brandon, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I love it. I'm going to kiss it. Can I kiss it?
You can do whatever you want.
Thank you so much. Put it here then. Okay, now for all the lucky viewers out there watching at home, you stand the chance to win your very own Suzuki Expresso experience, guys. This is fantastic. Suzuki is giving away the ultimate weekend away for 2 people. All expenses paid. That includes flights, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we'll get to experience it all while driving the new Suzuki Expresso. It doesn't get any better than that. All you have to do is reply to the competition post on our Facebook or Twitter, telling us what your favorite feature of the car is and why. The competition will close on the 27th of March 2020 at midnight. You can find all those T's and C's on expressoshow.com. This is such a fantastic car, and I absolutely love it. Brandon, do you want to get in the passenger side of the car?
Let's do it.
Let's head off. Let's head right off. Oh, I might need the car keys. I might need the keys. Are you jumping in? Are you jumping in? Get in there, guys. Get in there. Okay,
social distancing. Keep your distance.
Oh, it comes with hand sanitizer in the car. Love to see it. Close the door.
Where are we going?
Somewhere far. Okay, let's be on.
Bye-bye.
And we are gone. G for gone. H for halala. S for Suzuki. S for espresso. Bye, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.